Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Lynn, and today we are streaming to multiple different places. So hopefully, wherever you're joining from, you'll chat along, say a happy hello. We should hopefully be streaming to the Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group. So if you aren't big on watching on YouTube. Hopefully, this actually helps give you another option. And we are also streaming out to both my channel, LV Handcrafted, as well as Jay's channel, which is Craft by Jay. And I do see Erica is watching from Facebook. Yay! Thanks, friend. And hello to folks who are already in the chat. Welcome, welcome, everybody. Today we have a special Crafty Fun with Friends episode. It's actually a mystery craft along, which we have been trying to do once a month. And if you are new to, if this is your first mystery craft along, put a 1 in the chat just so that we see who's new and if you've played along or watched an episode of Mystery Craft Along, put a 2 in the chat. So let us know either way. Let me tell you a little bit about what a mystery craft along actually is. And basically, how it's been described to me, because originally this was a really fun idea that Kim suggested we do. We've been doing this for, I think, over a year now. And it's kind of like a blind scrap. So apparently this is a big thing in the scrapbooking world, and we've adapted it to, well, we've really opened it up to anything, not just cards, but it could be 3D makes, it could be anything really. So the idea is that going into our episode today, if you're playing along, you don't know what we're making. Most of us who are on camera, we don't know what we're making. There's actually only 2 people who know exactly what we're doing. The first is Jay, who is leading us on this mystery craft along, and he has generously put some time into picking out a project to share with us and has supplied a cutting guide or a supply list. And don't worry if you haven't prepped in advance, we'll go through exactly what all cuts you need. And because we're doing this in real time live, we are going to be able to kind of wait for folks who might need a little bit of extra time. And we are, our motto is we leave no crafter behind. So don't worry if you haven't cut, you're going to have plenty of time to cut as we go along. And the other person who knows what we're doing is Delise. And that's because Delise actually helped to test the mystery craft along before today, which is something that we like to do just to really make sure that the instructions are tested, that there aren't any things that might need a little point of clarification. And that way, by the time we are streaming out to you all, hopefully these instructions work. But half of the fun really is that part of it, because it's sort of a guided craft session where you don't know what you're going to make until you've finished making it. Throughout this hour and a half or so, Jay will be reading out clues to give us step-by-step instructions for how to put this project together. And half of the fun really is to, kind of enjoy the process. And if you interpret things maybe a little bit differently than how they were designed to be put together, that's part of the fun. I really love seeing how everybody's project looks in the end. And there have been more than one occasion where I've created something very different than what was originally designed. And so, it does spark some innovation as well. So you never know, you might come up with something totally different, but equally awesome. So that's what we'll be doing today. And before we get started, if folks could hit that like button and maybe share the stream out so that other folks can find us. And since we haven't gotten started, it's not too late to get the word out. And by doing those two things, it lets YouTube know, hey, we're here, we're live, we're streaming, we're having fun, and others who might be interested should come join us. And if you are crafting along, then please do also join the Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group if you are not already part of the group, because that way, when you finish your project today, if you want to share it so that the rest of us can see it, all you need to do is take a quick little photo, post it to the group, and before we end today's stream, I'll bring up everybody who wants to share what they've made, and that way we can all get to see what you've made. So thanks so much for hanging with us. And let me now quickly introduce our on-camera guests today. We have a full house, folks. So let's start with, let me make sure to unmute everybody. And okay, let's start with a round of introductions. So, Angela, do you want to introduce yourself? Let folks know where you are joining from and where they can find you on all of the socials.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angela. I'm based in Edinburgh, in Scotland, UK. It's just after 10 p.m. in the UK now. I am quite often posting videos on YouTube, and my YouTube channel is Angela Brennan Creations. I am currently working on a lot of Spellbinders club kits, which I enjoy doing. And I'm also part of Kendra Cart's Challenge, so I've got their YouTube videos as well. And I do post on Instagram whenever I put a video on. That's all I do. And I only do live streams with Lynn because if not, I wouldn't know how to go about doing it. There you go. That's me.
Oh, that's so sweet. Well, thank you and welcome. And I do have Streamlabs will drop a link to Angela's channel here on YouTube. So when that comes up, please do go ahead, pop on over, check out her channel and watch a couple of videos. See if you like them. And if you do, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you can check out her Spellbinders makes and her Kendra's card challenge makes. Next up, Sarah Liz, do you want to introduce yourself? Let us know where you're joining from and as well where folks can find you on all of the socials.
Yeah, hi everybody. I'm Sarah Liz. So I have two first names. It's weird, but that's why the Liz looks so weird. I'm here on YouTube as Sassy's LLC, which is easier to spell. I'm also on Instagram that way. I post new videos every Wednesday and Friday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. And then there's usually at least one other bonus video throughout the week. And then I have free printables on the 1st and 15th of every month. Hi, everybody. This is my second week in a row getting to live stream with Lynn and Jay. Jay, you were in the chat last week, right? Anyway, I think he's muted.
Probably.
I'm the reason we got muted.
I'm usually in the chat.
Anyway, it's really great to be here. I love a mystery craft along. And I'm bad at following directions, so it'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Thank you. So Sassy's LLC, folks, is Sarah Liz here on YouTube and across the socials. So be sure to check out her channel when it pops up into the chat. And Lala, welcome, my friend. We have such an international panel today, so love having all of you from across the world joining. We've got people in all sorts of parts of the future because I think Angela, it's nighttime Saturday For Lala, it's Sunday morning.
It's
So
Sunday
Lala,
morning.
yes, thank you for getting up this early, my friend. Let us know where you're joining from and where folks can find you across on all the socials.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I'm Lala, Mommy Lala. I'm from the Philippines and I'm called as MGI or Mommy Guide Inc. And I am from the Philippines in this. Indeed, I'm from the future. It's Sunday morning this time. And I'm very happy to be back with Lynn and everyone for MCA. This is my favorite. So every time there's an MCA, since I started, I really want to be in here. It was pretty scary in the beginning because I didn't really know what was happening. But I think that's part of the charm of doing MCA, right? Because you don't know what is going to happen and what is the project. So it makes it doubly fun. So thank you again, Lynn, and everyone for inviting me over again.
Oh, absolutely. Love having you here with us, and I will never forget your first your first MCA because it was on World Card Making Day with me, and I was just blown. People, if you've watched before, you know I've told this story a bajillion times, but it just never ceases to amaze me. The links and the dedication that Lala had to join that very first MCA. So thank you, my friend. Okay, last but not least, our fearless leader today, Mr. Jay. Wait, wrong screen. Where are you, Jay? I can't find you.
I'm the one with all the pink on my desk.
Oh, there you are.
That might
Okay.
not be a differentiator.
I don't know why, but yeah, I didn't pick your screen for pink, so I just glossed over it. Okay, Jay,
Well,
welcome.
so I feel like I might have. I feel like I kind of owe Kendra an apology for not being super thrilled with having an all pink like card challenge. So I've been making it up by making more pink cards. So I don't know.
Aw, that's so sweet. Yes, because there is a color challenge going on in the Kendra's Card Challenge Facebook group. So that's where you got your inspiration. That's good to know.
Yep.
So tell folks, where are you joining from? Where can they find you on all of the socials? And do you want to give us any hints for what we're going to be making today?
I could. I thought hints were banned, but
Well, you know,
so
some
we
people's
could.
arms can be tweaked and others not so much.
Uh,
So I thought I'd give it a
I'll
try.
give you an unhelpful hint. How about
Oh,
that? Because I think
okay.
everyone's kind of figured this out by now. But I guess I should answer your first question first. So I'm at Craft by Jay on basically YouTube and Instagram, and I tend to do a Sunday evening stream at 6 p.m. Central. But that's primarily where I've been at recently. I really wasn't that into streaming until I ran into this community, and then wound up doing like 30 days of streaming over the like Christmas season, and I don't know, I just kept it going, and it's been kind of fun. So a hint. Now you notice that we cut three of various things, and we'll get into this later. I actually cut two different. I cut the standard version and I cut the variant just so if people want to see how that looks. But the unhelpful hint is that you basically have three different focal points, which you probably gathered from the three of everything that you cut when it came to the squares.
Well, I didn't really gather that. I only
Oh,
prepared
okay.
one focal point.
Well,
Got
they don't all have
never.
to be focal points, but you
That
know,
was a
like,
very helpful hint, actually.
because you know, and I guess I should say like and I really like cards that have sort of like multiple vignettes. Like for a while, everyone was doing like those sort of like film strip ones that I just thought those were super cool because like I like the idea of, you know, I don't know, it gives you the opportunity to like either tell a story or use like one for your sentiment and the other ones for other things, or have like one main one and then sort of supporting stuff. I don't know. It is, I think it's fun.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for putting this together and for leading us on this fun adventure. I want to pause for a second because Pam says that she would be in her jammies, but she went out to look at cars. So yeah, what car are you getting? Inquiring minds want to know. Oh wait, she says my hubby wants a Chevy Bolt SUV. I've never heard of a Chevy Bolt. Okay. Good to know. I'm more of a Toyota Honda kind of person. But new car, anything sounds like fun. All right. So, hi and welcome, Cindy. Hello, I'm in the middle of making baked mac and cheese casserole. Oh, that sounds
good.
delicious. Yeah. You know, Pam might say this in the chat, but if you're gonna bring food, bring enough to share is the rule. So that does sound delicious. Okay, so yeah, absolutely. Karen says mystery challenge might be self-explanatory, but could you please explain what exactly it is? Okay, so the mystery craft along, for anyone who is newly joining, is essentially we will all be making the same thing, but none of us knows what exactly we'll be making. Only Jay, who is the designer of this month's Mystery Craft Along, and Delise, who helped to test it in advance of today, just to make sure the instructions were just perfect for us. They're the only ones who know what we're making. And what will happen is Jay has already shared a supply list and cutting guide. If you have not already cut your papers, no worries. We'll bring that up on screen and it will always be on the screen. So you can always refer back to it and you can cut as you go. And throughout the next hour and a half or so, Jay is going to read out step-by-step instructions for how to complete the project that we are making today. And so that's why it's a mystery and that's why it's a craft along. And if you are crafting along with us today, if you want to share what you've made by the end of this stream, you can take a photo of it and post it to the Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group. And before we close out the stream, I will bring up everybody's makes, and that way we can take a look at what you all made today. So hopefully that helps to answer your question. And I'm in my PJs too. Hi, Mary. Mary's Crafty Creations. Welcome, my friend. Dawn is in the house. Welcome, Dawn. Okay, good. Karen says, thank you, Lynn. Okay, glad that helped to clear things up. And okay, so as I mentioned, we leave no crafter behind. So at any time, Jay is going, before we start crafting, Jay will turn his camera off so that we can't just watch him. And feel free, if you'd like, to watch me, Angela, Sarah Liz, and Lala, but there's no guarantees we are doing it right either, because we also don't, we're just as clueless as you in the live chat. So, you know, buyer beware on that. And I love Lanny is like 3, need a hint. So I do have a ticker running across the bottom. So as we go step by step or clue by clue, you can type 1 in the chat to let us know that you're ready to move on to the next step. Put a 2 in the chat if you feel like you need more time, and put a 3 in the chat if you are totally clueless and you would like a visual hint. And Jay will turn his camera on and show us exactly what we need to do for that step. So Susan, wow, Lynn, this might be a very long stream if you're going to leave this crowd. We are not going to leave you behind, Susan. You can do it. Elisa's like always 3. No worries. So, okay, let's go ahead and I'm going to get the instructions on screen now. And our first slide here is the supply list. And so Jay, do you want to go through the supply list for everybody?
Oh yeah, I can do like my best Vanna White with all the pieces. So I'm gonna. It gets a little tricky because I'm going to refer to them by their name and number for this period, but then all the clues just refer to them as like solid 1 or pattern 2 or whatever. So the first piece is your card base, and you can use whatever weight you prefer. I had colored cardstock in sort of recollections weight, so this is all pretty lightweight. So it's 8 wide by 4 inches high, and you're going to need 2 of those. And then the second piece is white cardstock. So it's 1 7/8 wide by 3 7/8 tall. And you have an option to cut either 2 or 4 of those, depending on how much space you want to write a message. And then that is solid 2. Pattern paper 1. Let me grab it from. I guess it doesn't matter which one I grab it from. Pattern paper 1 is exactly the same size, so it's 1 7/8 by 3 7/8, and cut 4. Mine are double-sided, but it doesn't really matter. And then colored cardstock 3 are these little-ish squares, and they are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And then then you want to cut. Let's see, pattern paper 2, which is 2 5/8 by 2 5/8. I actually used some ink blended here, and then I used pattern paper on my other one. And then the same size piece cut out of cardstock. So that's what I did here. And then I sort of plagiarized May Helms, and I said just decor, like random stuff you want to decorate with. So I just cut a cute little kitty cat. I have some sentiments. I have random hearts left over because if we're doing pink in this month, it's probably going to be Valentine's Day, although not necessarily. So that's that. There is a note that if you want these pieces to be slightly larger, you can cut them that way. So you can cut this piece at 2 3/4, and then the squares at what did I say? 2 7/8. But if you cut the squares at 2 7/8, you're going to want to round all or at least 2 of the corners, and we'll figure out why later. But this is exactly the same sort of rounding cut that Lynn did in a recent card. So anyway, I think that's, and yes, there are a lot of 7/8.
You saw that.
I like, yeah, and I mean that's sort of I mean as we go through it, that's I guess something when you remake this card in the future you can play around with it. The 7/8 just gives you kind of this. Well, I'll show you on like the squares, right? It gives you a very sort of thin border. Obviously, you could cut this square slightly smaller if you wanted to be in the world of quarters. But anyway.
Cool. Awesome. So I see a question from Megan. I think she's trying to get some hints out of you. Her question is the finished card 8x4 or 4x4? Feel free to not answer, Jay, if you don't want to give it away.
I'll give an. It depends in what state the finished card is. How's that for an unhelpful hint?
Okay.
But I will say, I'll be nice and I'll say like there is a way that the card can be 4x4 when you're finished.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Well, Delise is not happy with the 1/8 of an inch, FYI.
Well, I feel like because they're. I mean, and I don't know. I think it was Kim's project that made me like. I didn't like them because all of my trimmers are marked at 1/4 of an inch. But we did this interesting box project with Kim leading, and like the 8s definitely look better than if you had done it with quarters. So I've kind of been a convert to 8s recently. Wow, over the last year.
Awesome. Okie dokie. So let's get the show on the road. So don't worry, the supply list, if you need to see it again, I can always come back to this screen, but it should be on all of the subsequent screens as well. It just might be a little bit a little bit small. So without further ado, let's see what clue number 1 is. Jay, take it away.
So,
Thought we
yeah,
were
so take solid 4. It's like, like the problem with making YouTube stuff is like you're like just like showing people and realize your camera's off. Anyway, take solid 4, which is the smaller square of cardstock, and adhere it to solid 3 and center it. Or I should say adhere it to one of the solid 3s because 3 of them
Okay.
exist.
Oh, this was a solid. Okay.
Um,
Are you a little early for
I don't think I have mine stacked up right. So okay. Solid 4 is the smaller of the squares, is that right?
That is
Gonna be fine,
correct.
guys.
And
Gonna
solid
be
3
fine.
is the larger size of the squares.
I also cut 2 different versions of solid 3 because I thought we'd be further along the process so I could change my mind.
I know.
Uh,
Usually it starts with some scoring. I have my scoreboard
Right.
all ready to go.
Well, I don't know.
It's okay, Jay. I'm just
He's trying to keep it like
I-
super mystery.
exactly. That's what I was
Yes,
saying.
that's exactly why, Sarah. It was sort of like if you do this. I feel like once you do the scoring, if
You
you've seen this
know.
card before, you'll know exactly what we're making. So
see?
it was sort of there's gluing before scoring, which
It's gluing before scoring. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
this
but
is the first.
I'm supposed to have some pattern paper and solid paper that's the same size, right? That was,
yep.
I didn't, okay,
Mhm.
thought I hallucinated that.
Okay, hold on.
No. So solid 3.
Will you just make me a drink?
Sorry, solid 4 and pattern 2 are exactly the same size.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I have to read my own instructions to remember what is what because it's like so hard to not refer to things by their actual like numeric measurements.
I think you're throwing people. Lanny says,
Sorry.
same. I have 2 colors depending on where solid 4 landed.
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
No, Delise, I don't need to struggle. I've been struggling. I've been grading papers all day, you guys. Don't hurt my brain,
okay.
please.
Whew.
Oh, that's too funny.
I'm still half awake, half asleep, so I don't know what I'm doing.
No worries, no worries. That's so funny. Lanny says, wait, there are 2 solid 3 and only 1 solid 4. There's
There's 3 solid 3s.
Yeah, there's
There's-
3 solid 3s. There's
Yeah.
1 solid 4.
So you just use glue
There's
one.
one solid 4. I cut 3 of them.
Oh,
Well, you put
Here
extra.
for it. It's fine.
This is going to be a good MCA.
yeah. Well, I don't know. Like looking at it, like I feel like since some of these say cut many, like I should have just said cut 1 on the ones that were 1. Anyway.
It's okay. So we are still on clue 1, folks. we've got
Okay.
we've got the if you are ready though, let us know with a 1 in the chat. If you need time, put a 2 in the chat. But basically all we've done so far is we put solid number 4 and we glued that onto solid 3. There are 3 pieces of solid 3 and there's 1 piece of solid 4. So that's what I've done. I'm pretty confident I did it right.
Yeah, my
But, you
problem
know.
is I don't have any solid. Everything is patterned, so I don't know which is my
Oh.
solid.
That's always an option too.
Yeah, it totally is.
Mhm.
Yep, you got it, Cindy. Glue 1 solid 4 onto 1 solid
Okay.
3. We haven't even touched the patterns. Yep, that's right. Mary, what does 4 mean? I'm not sure.
I think the first slide is so easy. Everyone's thinking, am I doing it right?
Oh, okay. Yes, Brenda. Here's what I've done. I had 3 solid 3s in this yellow color. And then I had the 1 solid 4 piece. and I've
Oh.
just glued that. And then
Supposed to be
I
white?
think what's going to happen is we had 2 pattern papers of the same size as solid 4. I think they're going to go on the other ones, but I'm not 100% on that, folks. That's speculation. Right now we're at this point. This is where we're at. That's all you got to do.
Lynn, did it say it was supposed to be white? Because mine's not white.
Doesn't
no.
have to be white.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so.
I mean, it could be if
Whatever.
you're
I
a
don't need
white
to write
person.
on my cards. It's fine.
No, the other panels were where you write your message.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, the ones that are say what
1, 2, 3,
the
4, 5, 6.
Okay.
I think Lala's
Solid.
counting her pieces.
Yeah, sorry. It's why is this pattern? I was like, oh, solid. Anyway, whatever.
Well, I do that
leave-
too, Mary. Like I always like if I'm not on camera, the odds that I'm going to like watch the whole thing and then put it together are a lot higher, just because I always like.
Yeah, Jay likes to just
I
watch
had it.
struggle during MCA and eat popcorn. It's a good show.
Well, I mean, it depends, right? Like if you're okay with potentially ripping things apart or not. But it's
Oh,
definitely a lot
well,
more exciting if you're doing it right along. But sometimes exciting in like a interesting way.
This is very true from Delise. I still remember this MCA. It was one that Kim did, and I was the one testing it for her beforehand. And so I told her, I was like, oh, I think this step is wrong. I was very confident. I was like, didn't you mean this, and that? And Kim's like, I don't know. What did you make? Let me see where. So I sent her a picture. She's like, oh, that's an interesting way of interpreting it, but no, that's not what it was supposed to go. I was like, oops. So just be confident, I feel, is what I learned from. If you're gonna speculate with confidence.
Yeah, there was that like double easel fold one, or it was something like that, where I think everybody made it slightly differently, at least everybody on panel. It was kind of interesting because it was sort of like, I wonder who got it right, but it was like all the variants were really cool. So it was kind of like, I don't know if any of them are like right. They're all kind of cool.
Yeah, exactly. If it helps, Karen, if you didn't prepare in advance, what we'll do is read out the dimensions of each piece that we're referring to. That way, if you or anyone else is cutting along as we go, then hopefully that. Yeah, Mary, absolutely. Fake it till you make it. Quite literally. Okay, I saw a lot of ones in the chat, and so we're gonna go to clue number 2.
Yep, you guessed correctly. Adhere each pattern 2 onto one of the solid 3s. And just to mention it, there was a suggestion in the instructions to use a non-directional pattern for
Thanks
those
for
pieces
that,
of
Jay.
pattern paper.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That
Well,
did-
someone
that was a
didn't
good
do
tip.
that once, and yeah, mine was interesting. We wound up putting more panels on.
Well, I never mention to use directional or non-directional because we always list them in height versus width or width versus height.
Do we?
So
Oh
that-
yeah,
So that kind of tells you. Well, no, in the supply list, it always says
Oh.
it's. So that's why I was like, well, that should tell you kind of, but you never know. You never know. So folks, pattern paper 2, it measures. What does it measure? 2 5/8.
yeah. Pattern paper 2 is a 2 5/8 square.
And for folks cutting along as we go, pattern paper 2, you need 2 of them. It's 2 5/8 square, and it gets attached to solid 3, which is 2 3/4 square. Yay. Okay, so I think stripes work. Stripes are pretty because stripes can go in every which way. So I
They
think
can.
Erica, I think you're going to be okay with your choice of stripes. I think that should look good. Cindy asked, "Do chocolate fingerprints count as decor or bling?"
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. There you go. You got lots of yeses.
To scratch and sniff, right?
There you go. A scented card. Okay, so let's as folks are putting that together, let's see what papers. So I'm going with a
Ooh.
coffee theme. Let's throw Sarah Liz up. What's the theme
Sure.
of yours if you have one?
So I just got this paper. It's kind of hard to see the patterns, I think, from Doodlebug, but I got it because there were also these little dies you could get with it. So that's what I'm kind of doing, is like assembling dies when we have extra time. And there's so many tiny pieces, like I can't even.
Wow.
Oh, that's
that
so
whale is so cute.
It's super cute. I mean, and everybody sold out of it. So I called, we have like a local scrapbook store, and I called and they said they had 5 of them. I was like, what is wrong with people? And I went charging across town. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm using.
I didn't know Doodlebug did dies.
I've seen very rarely dies
Oh.
from them. And this is like a whole like layered die cut situation. Like
You're
look at this little
building
guy.
your own Yeti?
I am. I have a Yeti and a seal and a fox and a penguin, a little polar
that's
bear and a
Aw.
bunny. Yeah.
I love that. Okay, very
Yeah.
awesome. Okay, I see a lot of ones in the chat. I have not seen any twos. If there are twos, speak now. Shanna just cut her papers. Okay, so far all we've done, Shanna, is I have a coffee version and then I have a floral version. So we
You made
have
2?
Yeah. Well, I wanted
wow.
choices for themes. But the square pieces that are 2 3/4, we've attached the pieces, the 2 pattern papers that are 2 5/8 and the solid color that's 2 5/8 onto those 2 3/4 inch square pieces. So that's where we're at, Shanna. Oh, Shanna's been screen capturing the instructions. You could always go back and replay too, and then just refresh your screen to catch back up. Okay, Brenda's a 2, so we'll give you a couple moments and let's peek in and see. Angela, what papers are you working with?
Well, I've got these are all my scraps actually, and I just matched them. This is the base main patterned paper,
Love
and then I
it.
just matched some solids with it. I've got all my solids here. These are the papers. I got my non-directional. Yeah.
Oh, that's so colorful. That's a beautiful color palette.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then I did 2 bases. I wasn't sure whether I wanted to go with black or white because I thought there's black and white on the pattern paper.
Oh
So I
yeah.
prepared 2. So I'll just see which one then. And then
I
go
think
with it.
I'm gonna end up voting for black on yours.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's like. So I'll
That's
just
true.
decide then.
See, I love how everybody's like, I just want to give myself some options.
Yeah, absolutely.
I learned this the hard way the first time we did it. So yeah.
Okay, awesome.
I just remember like the impossible card where it's like I wound up recutting it. I was happy that I had accidentally used 12 by 12 paper because there was one piece I miscut like 3 times. Because not the actual like I had just cut it wrong 3 times, you know. Then you go to attach it, you're like, this is backwards. This is probably not what was intended.
Okay, so thanks, Delise. Just to be contrary to me, Delise is voting for white. This is because last night I was the lone vote for blue and I was very vocal about it on her stream. Okay, so good. Brenda's ready. All right, clue number 3. All right, we're gonna score, folks.
Yep. So you want to do this on both of your bases, and you want to score on the 8-inch side at 2, 4, and 6 inches. The actual fold pattern doesn't really matter; they're all going to be in the same direction. But when you're done, basically you have a score line every 2 inches, if that makes sense.
Yep.
And you want to do that on both of your bases. Or I guess more than both of your bases if you're like
If you're making
if you
two.
have options.
If you have options. Because I figure I'm gonna make more than one likely anyhow, so may as well do
I love
both
that you
now.
rolled into this prepared to make multiples.
Yeah.
For next time, I'll do that for next time. Because I usually like what we're doing in an MCA. Like a lot of times I'm watching them later on replay, but
Yeah, I figure it's always some sort of fun fold
Yeah.
if it's a card. So
I'm
man,
still
I love
waiting
a
for the
fun
one
fold.
where someone's like, we're just doing an A2, you know.
I know.
Like cut your paper
You
in
know-
half. Okay, we're done.
You know what I was thinking of doing one of these days is well, I don't want to say. I don't want to spoil it. If I ever host one of these, I'll you'll know. It'll be something different. Okay, so seeing some ones. Ooh. Scottish
I don't know.
relatives. Mary's got Scottish relatives. Oh, why are we talking about Scottish? Oh, because of Angela's accent. Angela
Which is
needs to talk.
amazing.
Angela needs to talk more. There's been a request in
Yep.
the chat, Angela, for you to talk more.
I
Because
don't have much to say, actually. I like listening to all of you chat. But I don't have much to say.
you can say
Um,
anything. Folks just love your voice.
Yeah.
Really? Do you have a Scottish accent? I don't think I do, but having spent the first 20 years of my life in Malaysia, I've spent another 21 years. I guess you just figured out my age now. You spent another 21 years in the UK, so so half and half really. So yeah, getting most. I've spent more years in Scotland now, an extra year in Scotland than I spent in Malaysia, where I grew up. So yeah. What do you want me to say? Let's see. I've pretty much done the next step, so I'm just waiting. I like to do these MCAs because I don't really do any fancy fun fold cards. I know you do a lot of it, Lynn, and I like watching those. My cards are quite boring. I just tend to do side fold and top fold cards, maybe different sizes, but that's all I do. I don't do fancy ones. And in fact, some of those cards that are like, where you got press this and pull this, I'm not very good at that. So I am impressed when people do that. Yeah. You can do that. Like, press this and you get a light, and pull this and something else comes out, and I don't do any of that.
Yes,
Delise,
you don't do them yet.
Yet. That's a good point. Yes. Delise says Angela can read the phone book. So really, you can literally say anything. Welcome, Danny. Thanks for hanging with us. Susan says, can you believe it? I'm a 1. Yay, Susan's ready to go. See?
Yay.
We leave no one behind. Okay.
Yay.
So I think that means we are ready to move on to clue number 4. Oh, tick marks. Interesting.
Yep. So you want to place a tick mark in the middle of the short side on the edge. So that's 2 inches in on the 4-inch side. You want to do that for however many solid ones you decided to cut.
So this is on the
Like we're
base.
getting judged now.
I know.
No, I mean
This is
like
for the big one,
like-
right?
Yeah, that's the big one
On both ends?
on both ends. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Guys, what's a tick mark? Sorry.
Little pencil mark.
I'm not American.
Pencil.
English is not my first language, so I don't know what the tick mark is.
Yeah, just
Just
a
a
little
mark,
pencil
so-
mark.
Yeah.
A cut on the side?
No, just
Yeah.
put a pencil mark on
Yeah.
a 4-inch side, measure 2 inches in, and then put a little pencil line So just draw a little pencil line so that you know where
okay,
the
got it,
center
got it. Oh yeah, of course, that's it. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, got it.
Oh,
got it.
no worries.
No worries.
That's part of the fun. We are an international crowd, folks. So
Right? Won't be just you.
inch.
If you
Having come from Malaysia, where we all speak Malay, for the first few years when I was in the UK, I used to think in Malay and speak in English. But it took me quite a few years to now think in English and speak in English. So yeah, Lala, I get it. Is it Tagalog in the Philippines? If that's what you
Uh-huh.
speak, it's kind of hard to, because my sister-in-law, my brother's married to a girl from Philippines. She
Mhm.
speaks Tagalog, and now she lives in Malaysia. And most people, speak either Malay or some people speak English. And she tells me she used to think in Tagalog, and I said I do the same thing. But having been here for 21 years, I think and speak in English now. So I do understand. Sometimes I don't get
Thank
some of
you.
the
Thank you for
dialect.
being so patient.
No, when I first came to the UK, people used to say, "Oh, I was gobsmacked." What is gobsmacked? I have no idea. So I remember once texting my husband and said, someone said she's gobsmacked, and I just smiled and he said, "Oh, gobsmacked is they call gob mouth. When you smack your mouth, that means you're surprised." I was surprised. So
Oh.
gobsmacked is surprise. So
That's
you learn new things all the time.
absolutely. And I had Susan said, "Oh, was I not supposed to do the mountain folds?" You were. I just hadn't folded mine, but I went back real fast.
are.
Yeah, because sometimes it says score but don't fold yet. But I went back
Oh,
to
yeah, this
Q3
one you
and
can
it
do
did say to
whichever.
fold. So
I was too busy searching for tiny little die cuts. I didn't do that yet.
oh, Erica, what we are marking is not the pattern paper, but the 8x4 strip that we just scored and folded. That's the piece that we're marking. So it should be solid color as your card base. Not the pattern paper. Well, at least not yet. I don't know. Yeah. Solid one.
I mean, not unless you were super creative and were using like a pattern paper card base or something.
Yeah, true.
Ooh.
Oh, well, okay. So question from T. So if we are using all patterns, we need no tick mark? Question mark? I think you still, I don't know, Jay?
You may not need you're still going to need to know where that point is. So if you can do that in some way that doesn't involve a tick mark, then feel free.
Place a tick mark
Was
in the
that an
middle.
unhelpful answer? I feel like that was not super helpful.
Middle of the card side. Okay.
Yeah, Erica, it's on both ends. I did confirm with Jay. Tick
Yeah.
mark on both ends. So in total,
There are
T is
4
still,
total.
yeah, T is still confused. That didn't help her. So, oh no, wait, but now she says okay. So
Yeah.
I
I think,
love.
Lynn,
I
I
can
can
just
with the T because I'm basically using all pattern. So what I did was in the description, in the instructions, I just made sure that this is instruction 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just go back so that if this is my pattern, it's just like this is step 1, no matter what paper it is. This is the step 1, step 2. If you're using all pattern, just like
Yeah,
what
but
I am.
is your base also pattern?
Yes, everything here is pattern.
Oh well, we can't. You're pointing to stuff that's off screen.
Okay, sorry there. So I am basically making 2. So this is
see?
the first
Lala's
one.
doing two,
So
I
everything
think
is
everybody's
pattern. So
making
it's like
2.
this is 1,
Except for
2,
me.
3, 4, 5. The same thing with this one because it's all pattern
Oh.
somehow.
Oh, yours looks so different.
So
Oh,
1,
that's
2,
so
3,
pretty.
4. So
Okay.
I just have to make them like this is number 1, meaning whatever that instruction is, it per pattern or color. So it's just I made it into steps rather than the pattern 1,
Got it.
pattern 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
So
give you, since it's the next step, I can give you a little bit better answer, T. Basically, the point of the tick mark is we're going to make a cut that terminates on that tick mark. So
Yeah,
that's why
I
you
think
need to know where that point is.
yeah, T just dropped a 1, so I think she got it.
Okay, cool.
And then the slow crafter, I love your handle. Every time I see it, I love it. She asks, is everyone doing this at the same time or waiting for until later? Your choice. Some of us are crafting along, some are watching the show and just sitting back and watching the entertainment that is Mystery Craft Along. There's often a lot of confusion, and it can be highly entertaining to just sit back and watch.
Legit.
And
Yeah.
as Jay has said, what he's sometimes done as a viewer is to just watch, and then once you see what the conclusion is, it's a lot easier to follow along. And I think Jay said that he's going to have a tutorial if you don't want to be in the dark as you're doing this, or watch this replay because it's going to take us like a good hour or whatever more before we're done. And so he'll have a much more condensed tutorial for whatever it is we're making, right, Jay?
Yep.
I hope. Okay,
That's
good.
planned to go up sometime next week, because I know like a lot of people like the MCAs, but they also don't want to watch like a 2-hour stream like after it's done. They just want like I mean, I think we all kind of, when we're making a project, we want like this condensed, I don't know, 7 to 10 minute tutorial that just like shows us what the thing is first, so we don't get totally lost.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
that's funny. The slow crafter says, okay, just wondering if I shouldn't peek now. Well, it's totally up to you. We will be done making something. All of our somethings might not be exactly the same, depending on how we're interpreting the instructions. But it just depends on whether you want to be surprised or if you want to just hang out and chat. Totally up to you.
I kind of like the idea of making a card totally out of pattern paper, though. Like that would be really, that's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, I agree.
I haven't done it in a long time.
Yeah. No, I just remember, what I remember is like that star card where it was like I scored it wrong and then had to like rip the entire card apart. Yeah. Not due to anyone's instructions. It was just that I had like I read them, but it didn't register in my head, and then I was like, "Oh, I know what we're doing," and I was very wrong, and
See, I've learned not to glue until I'm told to glue.
Or I mean, I guess you too, and have like your ideas and the whatever.
Okay, I think I saw a lot of ones, so I think we might be ready to move on. So clue number 5.
Okay.
So you're going to want to cut from, so if you're looking at your card with the, horizontally with the 8-inch side on top, you're going to want to cut from one of the outer score marks to your tick mark 4 times on each card. So basically you wind up with sort of this elongated hexagon kind of look where you have like 2 panels in the middle and then a triangle on each side.
Okay.
Cut solid one.
I know we're all like
square line. From like the 2-inch score line. Is that right?
Yeah, so like you'd cut from like the tick mark to the 2-inch score line.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I mean basically the next slide is a diagram.
Okay,
spoiler. If you're a diagram person, I may or may not have a problem with using Visio too much.
So you said to do this on both ends, right? And on both card bases?
Yeah, so you're going to take your rectangle, like your rectangular score, your rectangular bases are going to kind of turn into hexagons. Well, like a hexagon with 2 panels. I don't know. That's not helpful.
I don't like when our fearless leader says, I don't know. Something like that.
Well, no, it's like I wish
Something
this
like that.
shape had a name that's better than like a stretched out hexagon, but
I hope this
it
is
tends-
right because I cannot
know.
undo the cut.
Done now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well,
Right.
No turning back.
no turning. I know, you're just gonna have to roll with it if it's not right. Okay. Folks, give me a sec.
or wait for the diagram. I mean, that's an
Yeah.
option too.
There's gonna be a visual hint coming up, but if you want to do what Sarah Liz is doing,
I'm feeling
girls-
brave.
Wait, before
I
you
didn't even.
tell us what you're
Oh
doing.
yeah, you got it right.
So
Yeah, that's perfect.
there you go.
Okay, great. Whew.
Yeah, I did it with my scissors instead of breaking out my trimmer because I have a loud guillotine.
Yeah,
You're
you do.
welcome.
Well, and sometimes with like the angle cuts, like I don't know. Sometimes the guillotine is nice, and sometimes it's like adds chaos to things.
Let me emphasize this felt really brave. I am always gonna break out the guillotine, except for today.
You're welcome to use your guillotine.
I'm thinking about starting a second one, so I might.
There you go. Just put your mic further away. No, just kidding.
It's on my headset. I don't have an option. I'll mute it if I'm gonna chat things.
No, I'm just joking with you. It's more because it was during the intro, and I'm like, oh god, I can't get through this intro. What was I supposed to say? Because all I could do is hear the guillotine. Okay. For folks who don't know what we're talking about, I put Sarah Liz on timeout. I muted her. 'Cause she was cutting and it was loud. And I could not concentrate on what I was saying. I'm saving my
And I totally
triangles.
thought you were wrong. I was sure it was my die cutting machine. I was like, it's not. I'm just cutting paper. It's fine.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. Cindy doesn't like the sound of a guillotine also.
Oh, sorry.
Well, then I will mute you for Cindy.
Oh wait, I think I missed something. Oh, clear as mud. Brenda is a number 3. Okay, she needs a hint. No worries, folks, because here's what it should look like. Jay put a diagram together for us.
Yay.
And this is I stole this from Kim too. But I like that. I'm a diagram person, so I really dig it.
The slow crafter says, I'm doing my ironing while I watch.
What are you ironing? Crafts, I hope.
Yeah, right. Yes, Susan. Sarah Liz's is how it should look, which is the diagram that we have up right now. So Mary put a 6 in the chat. I don't know what a 6 means.
That's funny.
Yes, Elisa, both of your card bases need to get cut to that. Oh yeah, this is a question from Susan. Do we need to save all the triangles? I was gonna save it to use, but do we need to save it to use on this card, Jay?
The triangles you cut off, you don't use on this card.
Okay.
You don't have to use on this card.
Yeah, Cindy goes, I fear for your fingers. I know, Cindy, I make Cindy nervous because when I do the guillotining on live, I like pass my hand under the blade all the time. Just like reaching for things. It probably makes her nervous.
Oh, I'm like all up in here. Like,
Right? Yeah.
fearless.
Me too. Mary's Crafty Creation says gone to space is what 6 means. Oh my gosh. So to answer your question, Sarah Liz, the slow crafter is ironing her uniform, enough for 5 days worth. Oh, that's
Fair. Fair. I once had a uniform I had to iron as well. Not my fave, but you get fast at it.
all right. So I do still see a 2 from Cindy. So we'll hang tight. And I will show folks what I am using. So I have two. Hey, where's my stuffs? I have. Oh, here it is. I've got this paper pad, Daily Grind. And did you guys know this calls for confetti? They make paper now. Paper and ephemera.
Oh,
They make cute
wow.
paper. I've seen a
Yeah.
couple
Didn't know they
from
made
them,
that.
and I've been
Yeah. I
salivating.
mean, it's not super new. I think they've been doing it for a few months now. So
They had a Halloween one. That was the first time I saw it.
oh, was it? Okay. So yeah, then it's been a while then, since last year. So that was my first one. And then my second one that I've prepared is Cat Scrappiness Papers Vintage Romance, which also has a large 6x8 stamp set. So that's what I meant by I didn't clue onto the fact that there are 3 focal image areas. I only colored up the one image. So
Well,
that's all there is, folks. So at least with
Well, I
the
mean,
Daily Grind,
You don't
there's
have
a
to
camera.
use 2 of them for anything, right? Like you could,
Mhm.
or just stamp something. I don't know. Do whatever you want.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'll just I might color something up later then afterwards. Yeah, I know. I don't know when the last time I've ever ironed anything, to be honest.
about 18 years ago for me. Thrilled about it.
Yeah, Danny says, "Isn't iron a 4-letter word?" Sure is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's funny. My brother used to pay me to iron his clothes when I was a kid. Nice.
What?
Danny says, "Fun fact, I still have my iron that was given to me as a graduation gift from high school." Wow. And it still
gosh.
works. You guys, I've used my iron more in paper crafting to do like, the flower forming with with the foam than I have to iron actual clothes. So
I knew I loved you. So good.
just saying. That's where an iron belongs in a craft room.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, folks in the chat, give Lisa some suggestions. She says, "Okay, off topic. I want to subscribe to a card making kit club. What is the best one for the price?" And go suggestions. My suggestion is Pink and Main. It's got a
Yeah, I
good.
was going to say the same
Yeah.
thing. You get so much in there, and a lot of it's reusable.
And it's really good. Exactly. It's like a good balance between like a stash builder kind of
Mhm.
kit, like what Sarah Liz says in terms of like reusable things, and
Mhm.
then lots of consumables too, because you get 6x6
Yeah.
papers, solid color papers, no ephemera, but enamel dots, I think.
Yeah, well, and there's usually some like stamps and stuff, and you can sometimes find some of their older kits for sale, so you can get a really good sense of like what's in them from month to month, like what that kit looks like.
Oh, I didn't know you could do this. Lori says, "I used to use my iron to heat emboss."
Oh,
Huh. Who
Hmm.
knew?
just put the paper in there until it melts like that.
Will it
Yeah,
not
because
stick?
if you did it on top, it would.
Oh, maybe parchment.
Oh, if you put parchment between.
Mm. Yes, maybe it will. I'm not sure. Just thinking out loud.
Well, like if you stamped it and you put the powder on it, and then you set like the back of it on top of the iron, like
Ah,
as
yeah.
if you know.
Makes sense.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
That
Oh,
could be
yeah.
a good video to watch.
I know.
We would love
Lori.
to see that.
Lori, teach us how you use an iron to heat emboss.
Erica
oh,
said something about the Simon Says stamp kits, and those actually look pretty awesome too.
aren't they expensive though?
Oh no, I think they're like 35 or 40 bucks. It's about the same as Pink and Main.
Oh,
I think
that's
you
not too
get
bad.
more from the Pink and Main, but I feel like the styles are a little bit different, like the artistic styles sometimes.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay, good to know. Good to know. Okay, I think we're ready. I think we're just chit chatting now. So let's go to clue number
Yeah,
6. Ooh, glue. Get to glue.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not glue.
Oh, it's
I'm
not?
actually using tape, but
Which
adhere
one is
the
it?
solid twos
Solid two.
to one. That should be one. Wow, I can't spell, can I? To one side of
Solid
each of the
two.
solid ones. So, like the non-triangle areas, you would put your number twos there. I guess I should also mention that when we attach these bases together, we're going to attach them using the triangles. So basically, you're going to wind up with like sort of you're going to wind up when you're done with sort of like a card base that's 8 inches wide. So like depending on your if they're directional, you'll probably want them to all be in the same direction, if that makes sense. Was that very hinty? Sorry.
So
It was.
my question is, on this one, there was an alternative to have like 2 pattern paper pieces there. Do I want them in the same spots?
I can show you because I'm doing the alternative if you want me to hintify it
Yeah.
slightly, but
I mean, or I'll
Let
just
me-
wait to adhere mine.
Yeah.
yeah. Do you mind if I show her, Lynn?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So
Your
I should
camera's
click
not
my
on.
Billy. I know. Now I'm
Okay.
back. So I was using this sort of like squiggly pattern, right? So one side of
Oh,
mine
those-
looks like this, and this is pretty non-directional. But if when I basically I'm going to like 6 these together like this. So when I flip them over, I want my 2 whites to be together essentially. And then you'd put your 2 patterns here. If you're doing it with the 4 whites, then you just put 4 whites on one side and your patterns on the other.
Wait,
Okay,
what?
That helps.
Wait, you're gluing. Oh, we're gluing on both sides.
Yeah.
Okay, because there
So
were
one side-
questions about
one side,
whether.
That's the next step is to glue your white pieces to the other side. So one side has white pieces, one side doesn't.
Okay, so yeah, Susan's question is, are we gluing to the mountain or the valley? And the answer is yes. We're gonna ultimately glue on both sides. Although I'm guessing what side ends up being on the inside? Where, because the message.
The step we're doing now winds up being on the inside. The message winds up being on the back, kind of.
On the back.
As I'm being fancy and not trying to show you exactly how this thing goes together, but in 2 steps it will make more sense. Or I can really hint it up now. Your choice.
No hints. No hints.
Alrighty.
Let us struggle. Jay is so nice. He could get talked into hints all day long, folks. So easy.
I could, because like I also appreciate the like, hey, if it's a piece I cut and don't have more of that paper, like the agony of like, oh man, now I'm gonna have to like rethink the card entirely.
Yeah.
Not that I've done that a few times or anything, but we all have our little moments, I guess.
That's why. That's why you do prep 2 sets and then.
What if we make both set wrong, Lynn?
Well, just do 1 to completion before you do the other.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Really
I've been
nice.
chopping a set with a pattern paper base, and I'm gonna wait. I'm not doing that right now because
Well, the thing
If you
is
wait
is
2 steps, it's easier to figure out how your patterns lay out, I guess.
yeah,
Which is
well,
hinty, but
see, I have the problem that I think maybe Susan has too, because I'm using a white pattern or a white base.
oh,
So I'm guessing I don't really need
you don't need the white
the
pieces.
white pieces.
Or unless you want to, I mean, you could cut them out of cream or something, I guess, too, if you wanted that vibe.
Yeah.
But if you're using a white card base, you don't really need, I mean, you don't necessarily need to do, well, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to use the white if you're using a white card base, but I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Mostly
you
due
can-
to
I mean,
perhaps
I'll probably still use it just because it's just a, white on white. It's
Yeah.
still nice,
It's good texture.
yeah.
well, that's true.
So, yeah, Elisa, we're gonna be gluing on both the front and the back of the card base. So, yeah, it's okay. It's just paper, folks.
That I've been hoarding for years.
Yay.
No regrets. It's just paper. I think most of the time, was it?
Does
it was
somebody have
either-
a merch with that? It's only paper. Should be nice.
Well, I think either Cece or Cindy said that kind of one of their strategies for MCA is to just use like scraps or something that's not precious, just in case things don't go
That's a
right.
good idea, though, because then you can like get it together and have sort of a prototype, and then
Right.
figure out what you really like about the card once you know what the card is.
Exactly. So, and I'm seeing a lot of ones. Where's everybody at on screen? Are you guys all caught up?
I'm caught up. I'm thinking about things from my second one.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm trimming like a sliver off of these just so that I have equal margins because they're going inside.
I've had to recut some more paper. I don't know how I cut it the wrong dimensions. So,
Happens to us
yeah.
all.
I can tell you
yeah.
I feel like I
exactly
do
how that
that,
happened.
like I think I do that every MCA, and then you kind of like. But I knew it. I read it. I swear.
I do that at least once per card. I mean,
I'm not
that's fine.
alone.
No, you're in good company, Lola.
I love you guys.
Here for you. We're here for you.
Yeah, that's just life. That's not MCA.
That's true, though.
All right. Oh, hey, there's a request from Cindy. Jay, can you turn your camera on and show Cindy the papers you're using?
Of course. Now that I actually have them all glued down. Well, not all of them, but so I forget where this paper is from.
You're making
But-
two also.
I'm making two. Well, I thought I'd make one using the larger variant of the squares and one using the normal one. But so on my sort of raspberry colored card, I went for like a pink plaid. And then on the back, it's just white. And then on my, I don't know what color this is, pink. The other pink, the lighter pink. I think this is I think this was something I got like on clearance from Stampin' Up. Because I think this was.
Yeah.
Because I have this paper, I have a lot of this paper in blue, and I think it probably came with pink as well. But like I used it all. I think it was called like By the Bay or something. Anyway, I
Is
used
it
it
by
all
the
up.
bay, or is it this one, the abstract?
Sarah
one?
Liz knows.
Oh.
She's cut them all.
I have all the things.
She's got like
Right?
an inventory closet full.
And then since
like,
these are
that's really
double-sided, I used the like shell pattern on the back. Because this is the one with sort of the smaller
Oh, yeah.
area.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. So
That's
you're
pretty.
already adhering everything front and back. Oops, I'm only doing the front.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
but
really yet.
I don't know the clue set. The next clue is to do the white paper. So I just did everything at
got it,
once.
got it.
It's okay. We're doing this step was like Jay said, just on the one side, but
Okay.
he's
We kinda
already
talked through
given
the
it
other
away.
side.
Yeah, he's already given it away that we're doing
This is
it on the.
okay.
You're okay. You're fine.
Okay.
No rush.
Cindy says pattern paper on the inside. Yeah, some of us are using pattern papers
Everywhere.
everywhere. But Jay put his 4 pattern papers on the valley side, and
Yep.
then he put his message on the
On the mountainside.
on the mountainside, but like on the opposite side from one another. I
Yeah.
think
So
he kind
if
of
you're
gave
using,
away how this is getting glued together, sort of.
yeah, I did, but that was mostly from I would feel bad if you adhered your paper upside down, because that would be a thing I would do. But yeah, so like the card itself kind of goes together like this. But we'll see. That's a spoiler.
Oh, Lala, where are your papers from? They're pretty.
Oh, these are Mintai papers. One
we need to
is
try
called,
that.
yes, one's called Glam Rock, and the other one is called, this one's the Wonder. So it's more for like travel theme, so like this. But then they have a lot of fussy cutting. I need to do clean. So, but then you guys have scan and cut, so you're good to go, right?
Yeah.
So this is Glam Rock and this is
Oh.
Wonder, both from Mintai.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
can you
have
turn your
never
card
tried-
base over? Like, I love that, like, almost paper pattern.
Yes, everything is patterned for me.
But, like, that's going to
Nice.
look really cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess it does
do-
answer the question of, like, if I ever wanted to, like, just burn through my 12 by 12, I could just start making card bases out of it.
Exactly.
Oh, Linda's a fan of the Mintai papers. I need to give it a try. I haven't yet.
Oh, they're so beautiful, Lynn. You know, when my friends introduced me to this, I said, no, I have enough pattern paper and paper to last me a lifetime. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. And then when I saw it, it's like,
Yeah.
no.
You're like, here I am in the rabbit hole.
Exactly.
And
my
loving
next
it.
rabbit hole will be
Yeah.
all the fun brands that I've learned from you guys. So that's my next one. Next one will have to be that.
I did advance it, Jay, to clue 7, since I think
Okay.
some
Okay.
of us are already.
Yeah, I mean, we talked through clue 7, but it's to, on the other side, or the back side, or whatever you want to call it, to do the same thing with your white pieces, if you decide to use white pieces.
Oh, T says I have garage Mintai papers. Is that like the collection name, or what does that mean?
They just got booted to the garage.
Okay, so
I think every crafter is guilty of having loads of patterned paper. I mean, that's
Yep.
one of my most as well, and which is why I actually looked online to see how to use patterned paper, and that's exactly how I came across Kendra Carp's challenge. You know, I wanted to find out how to use patterned paper, and then I came across this challenge, and I think KCC 6, and then I've not looked back. You know, got into it.
This has been my first Kendra's card challenge. Like,
Wow.
we did, I work with Trinity, who's their super sponsor, and they did a hop. And so, like, I made the first 3 and I was like, oh no, Oh no, we're making all of them. So I'm in. I'm
That's
all
how it
in.
starts.
Yeah.
Okay. The other side of solid one. Okay.
I'm ready to go. Okay, folks, where are you all at? Are you all ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep, ready.
I am also good, but
Okay.
I'm
how
sure you're
about
not
our
surprised.
chat?
Now
Yeah.
I'm scared if what's the next part. If we made something wrong.
Jay, if you're
Ah,
not
it's okay.
there, we're in trouble.
Exactly.
Find out.
Yeah, the thing is, Brenda, it's fine because you can always reverse your folds. So if you end up feeling like the white isn't where you want it, just like fold it the other way. And then you can reverse your fold and it'll be from inside to outside. So don't sweat it. Okay, we need just a couple more moments for a couple of number 2s. Okay, so no worries. I've got. Ooh, let's check out. So Sarah Liz, your first one was the Yeti. What's your second one?
Yeah. So I have a bunch of Valentine paper, but I only make so many Valentine's cards, right? So this is actually, I think Cassie Trask used this paper today in her video. It's got like little airplanes, and then the inside has this pattern. I don't think I'm going to put the like long rectangles on this side because I love that paper. I'll just do the inside ones because it was too much pink. But yeah.
Pretty. Oh, that's kind of nice too. Wait,
Yeah.
so those papers are they slimline papers or
No.
were they 12 by
I don't-
12?
It was
How'd
a
you get
12 by
them?
12. This was
Oh,
a
it was?
12
Oh,
by
okay.
12. And then this is like this one's from scrapbook.com, and it was just one of the A2 papers. Yeah.
Okay, so Erica is requesting, can someone show me how they glued the other side? So you're on the screen. Show us how
Yeah,
you
I can
glued
show
yours.
you. Okay, so here's the one where I glued all the pieces. So the one side, I did like just the 4 matching pieces of pattern paper. And then here, I did them this way. I don't know if I'm right, but that's what I did because Jay was like,
Yeah,
you're
that's
going to
what
put
I did
them
too.
together and then you'll have your spots together. But I think if you didn't, like if you had done both whites on the right, you just get to write 2 notes
Yeah.
Yep.
that aren't,
Correct.
you know what I mean? Like,
Or if
that'd be
you
fine.
used like a stripe like that, you could just rotate one of the bases too if you wanted it to look
Yeah.
the other way.
Well, but then mine would be.
I mean,
upside down.
I think that's usually my like when I'm doing MCAs, I always opt for like the most non-directional paper possible because then if I glue it wrong, it's
Right.
usually easier to salvage.
I'm not ignoring the numbers. I'm waiting for Meg's number 1. She put a number 2 earlier, so I'm waiting. There you go. See, Meg just put a number 1. Thanks, Meg. All right. Before I get yelled at again, let's move on to clue number 8.
So with I sort of demoed this already, but once you have all your papers glued down, you're going to want to put your pattern paper side up and set it up the way, and then you want to basically fold your triangles in so that you can butt the 2 card bases together. So you'll have like a little diamond in the middle and then 2 triangles on each side, and you'll have your 4 pattern papers. And I can, if you want, I can show that quick if you want, but if the thing I
And
said
then
made
glue that?
sense. That's the next. This is set up, and then so like the next part is you're going to take one of the squares you made earlier, and you're going to glue that on top to stick the 2 bases together.
I'm doing what Angela's doing.
What's that?
She took a look at her 2 white panels to make sure the white panels are together, and then she's flipped it on the other side so that because if Because if I were just looking at the pattern paper, I could have done it. So
Yeah.
I have directional paper,
Gonna have to go.
so I would need to make sure both are face up.
Again.
What is happening here? Okay, that's what I want.
I need to cut your
Right.
paper.
What, Cordelia? How are you already at number 1? Still like- yeah, I know. I'm like, what the
She's
heck?
cheating.
She's just crafting with confidence.
Is that a thing we do?
Yeah, that's the thing we're doing now.
Okay.
Well, so I think part of the fun of MCA for me is that, everybody makes, mistakes, and it's part of the fun to just embrace that and, just go
Happy
with the
accidents.
flow. Yeah.
Well, I feel like some of the happy accidents turn out looking better than the original planned card.
True.
Spoiler is there's an upcoming schematic on how this looks if the words I've used are confusing.
Oh, there was nothing about gluing. Oops.
No, that's sort of the next step. I think I forget if
Oh,
the schematic
geez.
is next in that, and then it tells you to glue. But it's sort of like because explaining how to line this up is much harder than actually doing it. So I
Right.
think I was a little cautious,
Yeah.
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 I think I know what we're
Cordelia,
doing
I
now.
know. I had a moment of terror because I was like, "Oh shoot, I just glued," and then I read the clue and I was
No.
like,
Solid
"There was
pattern.
no mention
Without
of
all the
glue."
triangles in white.
Okay.
All right.
I think
All the triangles inward, correct?
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's gonna look like this.
I don't know.
I can't see you.
Oh, you got them on like the
Uh,
inside of the card.
So it's like,
She's like-
this together,
She made
and
a
then
box.
the other. Like,
leave the outside triangles alone. We'll deal with those in a moment.
ah,
So
okay,
we're,
okay.
we're just working on the triangles that are going to connect the two spaces together.
Like this. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go one slide forward to clue 9.
Yep.
I hope this is right. Go.
Yeah, and then clue 9 is basically glue one of the squares on top of the like diamond you've just made.
Got it. Okay. So
Or
those weren't
rotated
meant to be
square.
glued to each other. So to answer your question, Cordelia, we were not supposed to glue just yet. We were just supposed to fold those flat and then
Oh.
and not glue them together. We're gluing a triangle of we're gluing one of the squares on top of it.
Wait.
Is this
Yeah, and
gonna
if anyone
leave a
want-
little border? Is it supposed to leave? Mine
They
does. Is it supposed
should
to?
almost exactly line up, but they exactly line up. So I've always had to trim it a little bit because like
Okay.
I'll invariably cut something not exactly perfectly because
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
where, Jay, you should have been like, Sarah, get your guillotine out and don't trip that
So
with your
glue to the
scissors.
triangle.
yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering this too. Jay, do we do the pattern paper squares or the plain square?
So you have the plain so you have one side's the pattern paper and one's the plain square. It's the plain side you'll want to glue to the card base.
The plain square.
Yeah.
Too bad we're not allowed to staple.
I mean you can. You're
Oh!
always allowed to use whatever attachment means you prefer.
I'm just gonna lick it.
Lick it and stick it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Wait, I'm just gonna follow what Sarah Liz is doing.
Yeah, she's doing it correctly. And I mean, like, if
But
we weren't
that's
making this as a mystery, like, what I would suggest if you're not making this as a mysterious card is like just glue your card base in your one piece of cards square together and just have a complete card base, and then then it's a lot easier to figure out the decorating.
Wait. Sarah Liz, can you open up your card?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trimming off
Yep.
all my extra business.
Yeah.
Yep.
See, oh, your extra business. Yeah,
So here's
Susan,
my-
I did the same thing. She goes, "What? I glued the two triangles together." Guess what? So did
Same
I.
here.
Oops.
How I tore
Good
it.
thing you're making two.
That's okay. I used liquid glue, so it's fine. But
Yeah,
What
you-
do you
it's,
think?
it's a good thing I caught it in time though, because that sucker would have been permanent.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
So-
doing paper surgery right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Broke
this is mine, which looks exactly like Sarah's. Right. So we've got the square in the middle, and then this is the card base.
Yep. Okay. Got it.
And then I did it
Got-
wrong on this card, but details.
Hey, how did
We'll-
you
we'll run
manage to
with it.
do it wrong?
Because I grabbed the wrong square and wasn't paying attention. Because
That's so
it'll be
funny.
fine.
Okay.
It will be fine. We'll just embellish it, and no one will notice.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do. We're as card makers,
yeah.
It's like
Yeah, Cordelia, there's 3 squares, 2 have pattern paper and 1 with plain. And Jay recommended we put the plain
if you put the
one
plain,
here, right?
yeah, that was my recommendation that I didn't
Oh my
do on
gosh.
one of my cards.
You know what? I'm doing two, right? So I placed the
Well, I
wrong
mean, if you-
paper onto the other.
Oh, God.
So,
I was worried about that too. I almost did that also. I was like, let's just have 1 mistake per step, please.
Oh my goodness. This is gonna be fun.
Thankfully, my 2 color schemes are pretty different. So
Same here, but still.
It's a superpower.
yeah, that's the
Ay, nako,
the
Lala.
hazard of doing 2 at the same time, folks. This looks good.
You sound so proud of yourself. I love it.
I am. I'm liking where this is going. I don't know about you all.
I mean,
here
I
for
thought
it.
you would, because I know you're kind of very in favor of cards that stand up by themselves and sit on shelves nicely.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cordelia says, well, whoops. Yep. I'm with you there. Oh, this is funny. Mary says, Pam, we could make this a drinking game. Yeah, every time somebody glues something down wrong or has to like recut something, should have to take a drink.
Oh no, I'm
Oh,
gonna
gosh.
be drunk by the end of the show.
I'd have been drunk on step 3. It'd be fine.
Yeah. I don't drink alcohol either, Pam. So we'll just drink like coffee or your favorite tasty beverage of choice.
I tell you what, we always do dry January, so same for now.
There you go. Elisa says if we did that, we'd never finish. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's a good point because then it's gonna lead to even more drinking. Pickle juice. Interesting. Okay, so Susan's like, should I apologize now for all the hangovers? All right, I'm seeing
Oh my
someone's trickle
goodness.
in, so lest I be accused of ignoring the numbers, I see the ones. Do we have any 2s? Any 2s in the house, or where are we at, folks? Yeah, I like how dimensional this is gonna be. This is cool. Okay, got a 1 from Elisa. CZ's like, what? We're gonna finish? That is the goal. Got a 1.5, so that means Susan's almost nearly there. Hey, Barry. Barry's so quiet. Barry's focusing on his crafting.
I was gonna say, I thought I saw Barry at the beginning, and then I was like, I don't know where he went.
I know, because Barry's really focusing on what he's doing.
I like this shenanigans.
Yeah, I usually say this, but I haven't yet. folks, if you know what it is we're making, like you have a guess, don't put it in the chat just yet, okay? So keep it to yourself. If you think you know what we're making, just hold that secret for now. But make a mental note at what clue number you figured it out on, and then at the end let us know when you knew for sure what it is we're making. Barry's chatting. He's like, I'm just very focused for sure because he doesn't have a clue.
I don't know what we're making. I don't think I've ever seen something like this.
Yeah,
That kind of surprises me.
yeah.
I don't
Hot
know.
chocolate,
But-
anyone? I need a drink.
Elise is like 10. Oh, I thought we were giving judging scores. Like that. Yay! Somebody here got a 10 for their attempt.
Yay.
Oh, good. Yay. Susan says removal successful. Now to glue it back together. I know.
You can
See,
do
I
it.
broke my own rule. I said I don't glue until I'm told to glue, and then I went ahead and glued. But
You
thankfully,
see the paper ripped over there, but then it looks distressed. So it's
it
part.
looks distressed. Yeah, I like that, Lala. It's just distressed. It looks perfect.
It's
It looks-
distressed. Oh my goodness.
Okay, request from Barry to see the backs of mine. Okay, I'll show you my backside of my card, that is. Okay.
Oh, I like that
Okay.
paper. That's the coffee paper on the one that looks like sort of Galaxy E.
Yes. So this was cat
Oh, nice.
scrappiness
Oh,
cat scrappiness glitter, faux glitter, because it worked really well with the blues and these copies.
Oh.
But having said that, it doesn't look like you're gonna see the two together. So I don't know. I thought that was a wise paper choice, but now the two aren't visible on the same side. So whoops. But that's what the back of mine looks like on this one. And then for this one, which was the vintage romance papers, I have this on this side, and then I did solid color but not white. I just did pinks
Oh, I like that.
on the backs. So
I cheated on my first run on this card and used cream because why not?
yeah, why not? Oh, that's a good fix. See, this is the other thing that I really like about doing the mystery craft along, because it kind of like you kind of learn to figure out how to troubleshoot when things go wrong.
Right.
When
Skill
cards go
building.
wrong. All right, we got some ones. I don't see any twos, so I think we are good to go to the next step, right, folks? Okay, we can always go back if
Oh, yeah.
needed. Oh, look, diagram.
We get it. We get a diagram.
Yay.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if it's cheating, but like for the things that are hard to explain, I feel like if you put the diagram first, it would be nice, but then it would be less of a mystery. You'd have less
Right.
of the like oops factor.
Yeah. This is for hashtag replay crew. We're like peek ahead. Somebody said it in the chat. Just fast forward. All right. Okay, so clue number 10. Now what?
So do the a similar thing to what you did with that square in the center with your two squares that have pattern paper on them. Again, you'd basically fold the triangle towards the middle of the card and then put glue on that side or put glue
Really?
on your other diamond.
Oh,
Yeah,
like this?
so when you're I can't see you.
Oh, wrong. 2 cards, Lala. That's not.
Oh, they're like quiet.
No.
No, it's only because you were so small. Wait, Lala, like show us what you're planning on doing.
I was going to do like this, guys. These are 2
Oh.
different papers.
No, those are 2 different cards, Lala. Don't do that.
I
almost did
guess
it.
you could make like a supersized one.
Wait a second.
You know,
I'm here
like,
for it.
What are we doing
like-
this?
Can you do Angela? I
Yeah.
think Angela was doing it the right way. Just like
Wait,
this?
hold on. Just let us
Like that?
let us struggle a little bit, Jay. Hold on. What's
Okay.
Angela doing? Angela, what
Okay,
are you
show me
doing?
the clue again then, because I'm just blown away here. And
Oh, Elisa says turn it over first. Okay, wait, hold on. Show the clue again.
turn it-
Attach the other, but the other two solid number threes to the
turns
outer triangles.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I
I
was
think
doing.
we're
Oh,
doing
for
okay,
this,
got it.
folks. Wait a second. That doesn't really meet up though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Why is my other one longer?
Wait, what's happening?
I think
Hold on.
Sarah's got it.
I'm not
I'm just
getting it
gonna-
actually. How do you
I'm
do it?
waiting for somebody else to glue first. Wait.
Okay, I'm glued.
So I've got this. How do you?
Looks like
are
this.
we-
Wait. Sarah Liz. Okay.
Yeah, Sarah's got it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. What did you
So
just
I
do?
glued it onto
Oh.
these triangles, but then like, right, that's
Oh, you
just my
glued it.
solid
Oh,
cardstock.
like that.
Yeah.
That's clever. That's clever.
Ew. Okay.
So if you tuck the side
Oh.
the side square behind the main square when you're all done, like basically you have like the middle one is sort of like your main focal point, and then you have your two sides.
So the
Okay,
one
that
for
was
the
a lot of-
pattern's type.
Okay,
That
so
was a lot.
fold it in there and then like that.
Everybody's like, say
Yeah.
what now?
You
I
gotta-
don't know.
All right, there
think
it is.
that- I
Thank you,
think-
Sarah. Okay, got it.
Sarah got it right.
Okay.
Okay, everybody, just watch Sarah Liz.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're only putting glue on the triangle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like half of your square is gonna have nothing behind it, and half of your
Got
square is
it.
gonna have the triangle behind it.
Got it.
Visual. We need visuals
Right.
actually. It's so much easier with visuals.
Yeah. Well, thank goodness Sarah Liz is here to figure it out for us and just be
Yeah.
the first to glue.
I think I got lucky. I think I was like, oh, okay. And it happened to be right.
I know. She's like all gluing stuff down, and the rest of us are like, say what now?
You
That's
would
me
have
on
too, except
MCA
that you
when
did
I'm-
that
when I'm
earlier.
on
and it
panel, though,
backfired.
you know. Like I always wait until someone else does it, and people are like, "Oh yeah, that's the correct way." And I'm like, "Oh, good."
Well, I would have done this though, Sarah.
Yeah, I was
Liz.
gonna glue it again.
You would have
together.
like closed it up.
Well, because it would still kind of bounce open. No, it wouldn't. Oh,
I
it's a
can't
good
see
thing
what
I
you're
didn't
doing.
glue
What-
that. It's a good thing I didn't do what I was
Oh.
thinking of doing. It would not have opened. Yep. This was smarter. Good job.
I
Well,
don't think
I'm
I've seen
covering
a
up
card
my
like this. I
paper
don't think I've seen something like this.
You have?
So
Or-
I don't think I've seen something like this at all.
No.
But then again, I
Wow.
have so many fun full cards. So
You know, I used to have way
I
more
say, I'm
time to
always
watch
surprised 'cause
people's
you guys have
videos.
seen so many cards.
Yeah, but since I
Yeah.
started making videos, I have I don't
I'm
get
with
to
you on
watch near
that.
as many as I used to.
Yeah, I'm
You
very
know?
much with you on that.
Like 2-3 a week, maybe.
Yeah,
Usually while I'm multitasking.
it's so hard to keep up.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, it's upside down.
Well, someone was saying that just with the number of people who sort of stream now, it's sort of like you could just watch people stream, and that would be a fairly significant time commitment.
Yeah.
So I did all that planning to put my white pieces next to each other, and then I glued it backward.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I did notice that.
You guys.
You had already glued it, so I
Yeah,
was
I'm
like,
not taking it
well,
apart. Too
yeah,
late.
I was like, well, what's the point in telling you now? 'Cause-
Fine. It's fine.
It's just paper.
Right. Well, plus
Whatever.
I thought maybe you had just made that choice because you made the comment that, well, you can always just have two different sentiments. So I was like, okay, well, maybe
You
that's what
know,
she decided she wanted to
you-
do.
Only reason it bothers me is because the stripes don't line up.
Oh,
But whatever. The person I give it to is not going to notice or care.
yeah. Look
Yeah,
at how
or-
cool this stands.
so.
Oops. Like, look at it's gonna stand like that. That's
So,
pretty cool.
all
What's
right.
that?
Okay, I think I'm
I do like
finally
a
there.
standing card.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Mary says she thinks she has seen this before. Awesome. Okay, don't tell us what it
Like, I
is.
didn't think it was a super rare card, but it's also one I really liked, and was because
Yeah.
the original version of this I saw was scaled up so that, you know, like rather than a 4x4, it made a 6x6, but that one's a lot more of a pain to cut because you need 12x12, and I never seem to have the colored 12x12 in the right color ever. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah, I have like primary colors of 12 by 12. I just don't keep it around much.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing ones in the chat. Let me know if anyone is a 2.
I don't know how it's gonna. Okay. Quiet.
Lala's-
Lala.
Lala, are you okay?
I was like
I
thinking,
love-
how is this gonna pan out in the end? I was like, exciting.
Oh, okay. Susan, we are gluing on this. So the triangles, you want to fold them towards that middle triangle, the first, or not triangle, diamond
Yeah.
or square. So you take this triangle on the end, fold it down, and then glue one of your squares or your diamonds to just that triangle piece. So half of it's hanging off, and then the other half is attached.
Okay.
And then you want to do that on the other side too. So those were our triangles. If it looked like that, fold that down and then glue a square, fold that down and then glue a square. And then your card's going to look like that when it's standing. And then the message will be like that.
Well, I
Actually, it
think
kind of
I'm
makes sense,
already- Oh, okay.
the white panels on the outer side, because I think it's easier to read. Sarah Liz.
You do? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is
Ooh.
it's houndstooth. Erica, it's houndstooth.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
Isn't it pretty? Ooh, I chose my papers well for this one. This one, it's just okay. Because this paper is what makes all of the colors make sense, but it's on the back.
Oh, that was so nice, Lynn, when you did it like that. Oh, that's so nice.
I'll have to choose some ephemera that has the blue in it to make it make sense now.
So is this
That's
card
fine.
a long card, Jay? So would you put it into an envelope like this, as an
Or
Is it-
decorate.
so you could put
Um,
decorative
The
stuff
way I've
here?
seen people do it is like fold it down and then put it into an A2, but you could do it either way. I mean, given the
You can
dimensions,
fit
you could
A2?
probably.
How do you do that?
It- well,
Oh,
if you
yeah, I
smush it
suppose
down
you
You
could.
can
to-
make it a 4x4.
to it's a
Yeah.
4x4
like
square.
that.
You could do that. Yeah, I
What
suppose,
kind
yeah.
of Rubik's Cube
Yeah.
magic are you guys doing? Wait, how do
Like this.
So that middle diamond just like sits there, and then you can fold
like
on the
that?
Yeah.
2-inch. Well, except that my
Like that.
diamonds are a little not centered, but
Yeah.
But
Oh,
But
I
like the
see
cool
what
thing
you
is
mean.
either
Go
of the outer
better. Oh.
diamonds can be like
Yeah.
on top, and then if you did the
That's-
if you did the 2 white paper variant, like whatever your side pattern is can also be sort of on top.
could be.
yeah.
Or you could do it the
Oh,
other way. I mean,
Hey, I like my card closed.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Neato. This is like a Rubik's Cube card. This is fun.
I think my husband would love this for sure.
Yeah, Pam is asking the same thing. How's it going to go into an envelope? Yeah, looks like. Oh, interesting. Lala says, okay, I have to cut triangles for the blank back halves of the diamonds. Oh, is it because it's showing? Well, it should be solid color if you used solid color, I guess. Because
I think
I
to
know
you, I think all of her stuff was patterned.
oh, okay. Oh, well, that's Oh, these triangles are too small. Because I had the leftover triangles from the bases, but there's like a that's too small.
Are there many ways? I think there might be literally is a Rubik's cube. Maybe many ways to fold it.
Yeah.
It is actually,
Many.
isn't it? Quite interesting. You could fold it in so many ways.
Exactly.
Life with Ron says, "Hey Jay, welcome Ron."
Hey, Ron.
Danny says, "But I can't take the stickers off this to make it work like a Rubik's cube."
Oh, yeah.
Only if you made it right.
Oh my gosh. My daughter can do those, can create that, like complete it in like 10 seconds. I don't know how.
Wow.
Gosh.
They
Well,
have
it's
like
all
a
it's all in the
competition.
algorithms. There's there's a competition. My
Yes.
sons are into it, and so they've represented their school for Rubik's Cube. Very nerdy, but it's all about the algorithms.
Yes.
Really,
Very
and
nerdy.
and
I
they're
love it.
There's the
very
formula.
expensive. So there are Rubik's cubes where you get like little lubricants to make sure they move really fast, and if you can do it within 15 seconds,
Mhm.
you get into a particular category.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. I personally can't do it, but both my sons are big time into it, so they've entered
Yeah.
many competitions.
I
of
can
Rubik's
only
cubes.
do 3 colors. I can't do all the things.
Well, do you know there's a 3x3, 2x2, 4x4, 5x5,
Yes.
and there's even a 12x12.
Wow.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
my
Jay,
It's a
is that
whole
what we're
different
gonna
world,
do?
guys. It's a whole different world.
yeah, my one of my nephews, he competes too, so
Mm.
he's crazy.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Solid, solid green.
he's a big smarty. Okie dokie. I think we're gonna go on. I didn't
Next.
see any twos, so we're gonna go to clue number 11.
Which is decorate.
Oh, decorate.
Yay!
So is it decorating the four
The 3?
the 3 squares? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I mean, potentially less of them if you don't want to, but
Or less of
I
them, yeah.
decorated all 3.
Okay.
But I'm kind of
think-
I like decorating, so yeah.
Hey, you can turn your camera on now if you want,
I will do that.
Oh, where's this one?
because I'm sure we would love to see how yours turned out.
So I'm cheating if I can find. Oh, that's not what I want. I'm semi-cheating at Craft Roulette with this first card
Oh, sh-
because if I put because I have horizontal lines, I just need to put a bookmark in the book, and technically it'll be a card with a bookmark. But these are some. Yeah, these are the hashtag coffee and books ephemera things I had left over from last. It's I don't know. I forget when it came out. It was not too shabby. I want to say like maybe about it was like I think it was like a winter kind of time. But I like it because it has this cute little cat. And I had a bunch of hearts left on my desk. So this is the one with out corner rounding. And then my one with corner rounding, that if you notice, I glued this panel wrong. This is kind of how you can fold it if you want to see the side pieces.
Cute.
And then when you open it up, we have our
Cat.
Floridian cat.
Aw.
Jay, I have a question. When you decorate, does it all have to be just the inside? You cannot go beyond the square?
If you go beyond the edges of so you don't want to obstruct your fold lines, basically, which are, here and here. But like this guy, his drink's hanging out. Often it'll be
so that's
fine
okay.
because I'm not gonna. Yeah, I mean, as long as
You can still
basically,
fold it. Okay.
yeah, and I mean, you can decide which diamond you want on top. I kind of think it looks cool when you do one with the sentiment as sort of like on top, but
Yeah,
whatever
that's
you
cool.
like the best. Because
Oh, that's how you do
depending
it.
on what your card is, right? Because you could sort of like I feel like you could do sort of like a story too here. Like you could storyboard out, like if you had the same like characters in your ephemera, like something could be happening here. But I don't know. That's why I like this card. Like
Okay.
there's just a lot of possibilities. And then they can kind of stand up like this, or so it'll wind up looking like that. So whatever you have on the middle will kind of pop.
So you can actually
Um,
fold it as a 4x4. So I've just
Yep.
rounded my corners, Jay, so that it folds easily. I like it as a 4x4 because it's a bit of a surprise.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yeah, I think it like if it comes this way, you don't quite
yeah,
know what
it's
you're
cool.
getting.
I love it.
You're like, oh, it's a little car, or like, you
yeah.
know,
And then
maybe it's a
wow,
weird
yeah.
Z fold or a Z Joy fold. And I'll have to the measurements I used are linked on the or the creators linked on the last slide, but I also saw someone do a 6x6 version of this with like almost a mini, like where they made their own mini envelope sort of that this would sort of all sit inside. So then they decorated that. So it's like you get an envelope and then you get a card, and you know. But I like this one. I actually like this variant because it's so much easier to. It's so much more paper friendly, right? You're not like
Mm.
needing multiple pieces of 12x12.
I appreciate that
Yeah. Thank you, Jay.
for sure.
So that's the rounded corner one. This is the non-rounded corner one.
cute.
Nice.
Angela, did you say you rounded your corners too?
I just did. I just used this because I couldn't. I like the idea of folding it into a 4x4. So I just took my corner rounder thing and I just rounded the edges, and then it folds so beautifully into a 4x4. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I like the idea of it into a 4x4, and then a surprise, voila!
Yeah. Very cool. So I'll throw yours. Oh, those flowers are
I
pretty.
love-
I know. I
love all the
I must say, I
color.
did. There was one period
Oh.
of time when I was very unwell with COVID, and I felt like crafting. So what I did is I just sat and did a whole load of these, and got a whole load of
Wow.
also new die cuts, and I use it always for my this like MCA stuff. And yeah, so I got
Gorgeous.
things handy. So yeah, you know, sometimes when you not feel like it, you just feel like doing some crafting. And to me, die cutting and making some flowers are my thing. So there you go. So
Very awesome. Yeah, those are gorgeous. And your papers match so perfectly too.
so I'm thinking I'm going to do that, close it, and then I'm going to get a sentiment here. And I've got sentiments available as well. So yeah, I've actually got two. My son went on a French exchange thing last year in October. And today, as I keep disappearing, if you don't know if I'm disappearing, I've got two French exchange students that have just arrived half an hour ago. My
Oh.
husband went to pick them up from the airport. And we were supposed to have one, but another one came because the other one, the son who was supposed to take it, is in surgery now because he had an accident in basketball. So we're having an extra one for tonight. So I was trying to explain to them what I'm doing, and they're like intrigued. They've never heard anyone do a live stream before.
Aw, that's awesome.
So I'm thinking I'm going to make this card and give it to the mum of the boy
Aw,
who's staying over.
that's
So I think
sweet.
it's quite nice.
Oh,
So yeah, there you go.
There'll
They've never heard
probably
of
be a card
crafting.
maker at the end.
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll
Sure.
you'll turn them into card makers. Okay, so before we forget, or before I forget, here's what we just made.
Yep,
We
it's
made
a triple floating diamond card.
Triple floating diamond
Cool.
card. Never heard of
and
it. but
credit
love it.
goes to
This is from Lisa's Stamp Studio, and there was also a UK maker who makes the 6-inch version. So I'll dig that up and drop the link in your community in case people are looking for, like,
is it
if you want
Sam?
to take this and make it. It might be Sam. Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah, I think it was, because I think it was probably Mixed Up Crafts. 'Cause
Yeah,
that's
she's
like
awesome.
Yeah, she does so many fun folds, and I know you mentioned her like just in a side conversation, so I figured maybe she's on your brain because of this.
she is, and
Um,
like I think she goes the extra effort and basically makes like a very bedazzled envelope to put this all in, you know, like, I mean, almost more like essentially like a gusset pocket with like the little punch out and everything. And, you know, like if you want to send someone an extra fancy card.
Yep, Lanny,
yeah.
that's
That's
Sam
awesome.
Calcott. That's who we're talking about. You nailed it. Yeah, and she also tends to do a lot of 6x6, and then she'll like do 5x7s and A2, like
Yeah.
so that you have all the
Yeah.
measurements also, just depending on. So she's very cool for that too. And I did see all of the comments. I'm not ignoring you all. There were lots of folks, well, initiated, spearheaded by Delise, who was like, some of us are done here. What's taking you all so long? So
Great.
so to buy everybody time, let me bring up the photos of projects that have already been completed. So this is another of my favorite parts of MCA's, getting to see what you all made. And here
Oh, that's
is
pretty.
Tease. Wow.
Oh,
Oh, look at
I love
that.
that.
Pretty. Oh, cool. Is this Tool? T, is this Tool? I think it is. I need confirmation on that. Oh, that's so pretty when it's folded. Oh, hey.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's cool. Did she cut off
Wait.
the corners
she-
so it looked? Unless there's
Wait
a
a
really
second.
fancy way to fold that.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure out how she Rubik's Cube this to
No,
fold it
no.
like that. Wait, what did she do? Oh, did she fold it behind? What is happening here in this photo? What am I seeing?
I think the tips of my corners are in the way.
Yeah, I can't figure out how she folded this.
I mean, you can do it. So I folded in the middle, right? Here's my middle. And then if I fold back, so these two like triangles are overlapping. And then if the point of my corner weren't in the way, it's really in the way here, but I can fold back that direction. And like, you could do it like that. But I'm going
Ah.
to bang up my corners.
Yeah, mine are. Now I see why the rounded corners can really help for.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rounded corners
Having-
really
But I
help with the
didn't do that.
folding.
Yeah, some more options for folding. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, interesting. Very cool. I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so that was Tease. And here is oh, this is so sweet. This is Delise's.
That Benny's adorable.
Look how cute.
Aw.
So sweet. I love it. Super cute. Super cute. And I think Cece. Ooh. Oh, I love your paper choices.
That's gorgeous.
Cece. Oh, dang. Is this what's in the center? Is this stamped and colored, or is it ephemera? I love the mandala. That's so detailed. It's so layered too. Okay. Cece, let us know what's going on there. Stamped and colored or die cuts. Okay. Okay, keep us posted, folks. If you're wrapping up yours and you want to post, just let me know in the live chat so that I'll know when to pop on over. And let's get some big screen time for Lala. Ooh,
Wow.
Lala's done.
That's amazing.
Whoa.
Ah,
Those are gorgeous.
I know.
Are those pieces of ephemera, or did you collage all of those?
Oh, I was ephemera. I was
fussy cut.
fussy cutting the whole time
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
in between.
Got it.
I was like, what the heck? How are you fussy cutting as you go? That's insane.
Yeah, there you go. 2 cards.
Oh my gosh, you're so fast. I'm working with ephemera too, but it's gonna take me some time.
That all takes me so much time.
So maybe let's add
know.
some more. I like layers, so I love layering stuff.
I love
I know,
it.
but that was so. I can't believe you fussy cut and collaged, and you're done.
What?
Like, what the heck?
I'm like
I haven't
tearing
even-
apart stuff.
I think because we're live streaming all the time, it makes us a little faster. I think I learned how to like fast, but make a lot of mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes.
I don't know that I'm any faster of a crafter. I don't agree with that. That's-
I kind of agree. Like if you're not managing the stream, I think it makes you faster because you get used to
Yeah.
like
Yes, Lee, because
multitasking.
Multitasking, but we're just working.
Yeah, but if you don't have to multitask, I think it makes you faster. But like
oh no. I've streamed solo before and it still takes me a while to finish. I think I'm just a slow. Is the slow crafter still in the house? Oh yes, she is. See, that should be me. I should have thought of that as my handle because that would be me. She says the layers are lovely. Beautiful. Okay, I need to. Let's throw. Oh, dang. Angela's almost done too. I was gonna throw somebody else on in the middle, but she's almost done. Everybody's almost done. Okay. You all are just.
Gonna be fine.
Okay, so Angela, who's still working? I still see movement here. Okay, Sarah Liz, good. Take your time, girl. Go slow.
Oh, this is the second one though. I finished one of them. Right?
Okay, you
So
don't-
like
you
this
don't-
one.
You don't gotta brag.
Well, I mean, I was working on these little guys the whole time, and then I just put an emergency sentiment on here that says "Happy birthday, make good choices," which I need to give pretty much everyone I know. So yeah, no. And then I'm not really sure what I'm doing with this one. I've got these cats and dogs from Karen Burniston that I just pulled off of something else that might go here. I'll probably put an emergency sentiment on it. I'll probably give it to my kids who really want a pet, but they can't have one. So, because I'm mean.
Aw. Kids, I'm totally cool with you having a pet.
You're going to come vacuum up all the cat hair?
Just say, Lynn said we could.
Actually, my husband said something the other day too. He was like, "Are you sure you don't want a dog?"
Mm,
Sentiment. Yeah, sentiment.
Okay. I think this is
I do love your critters though. Those turned out super
Isn't
cute.
that fun? Yeah.
Anything
These?
else?
Yeah, I'm obsessed with these. I like the
Oh, is
size
that
of
one
those.
of
These are
your-
really small.
Is that one of your emergency sentiments?
Yeah. That was the January 1st kit, which was like all birthday stuff.
Oh, sentiments.
But my punch doesn't want to go through my glitter cardstock. So we're having some minor disagreements here.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, Labradoodles, Golden Doodles, they don't shed. Any poodle variety.
Yeah, but you
Cause-
still need to take them for a walk when it's raining, when there's sleet, when there's snow. And my son really
Yeah.
wants a dog, but he's going to go off to uni in 2 years. So what's going to happen? I don't want to be constrained on holidays because I've got a dog. I mean, I love
Angela's
dogs, but-
kids, I'm okay with you having a dog too.
No, no. My son really
I'm
wants a dog. I
saying.
said, great, keep that dream alive. And when you get your own home,
Keep
get a
that
dog.
I feel validated now. Thank you. Like, and it's so cold here so much of the year. Like, I'm not. We have so much snow right now. The
Mhm.
kind of dog that I would allow in my house would have to be smaller, and they would be buried in the snow right now.
I don't know,
My
kiddos,
son wants
I'm
a
with you.
German Shepherd. A German Shepherd
know.
requires a lot of work, and it
Yes.
can't be in the house. And I'm asthmatic. I'm allergic to dog thingy. And he said, "I'll
Oh.
do all the work. I'll hoover every day. I'll vacuum every day." I said, "What happens when you go to uni?" Daddy can do it. And Kevin went like, my husband went like, no, not me. You want a dog?
Mm,
You be prepared to take it for a walk in the snow. And I said, I'm not prepared to do that. So there you go.
nope.
Oh, look at
Mhm.
this card, folks. This is from Lanny.
Oh, I love that.
I like the coffee
Wait,
cup.
who made that?
Oh,
Lanny did.
coffee.
So cute.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I love it in purple
these-
and teal. That's so cool. I wouldn't think
Yeah.
of that as like coffee
Hey.
colors.
Is this the same pattern paper that Cece used? The chevrons? Wait, folks, I gotta go back. Hold on. Ooh, there's some more posts.
Ooh.
Oh wow, there's a lot of folks done. Oh dang, you all are
Whoa.
fast. Okay, we'll go.
That might be
Hey,
a
see,
commentary on us.
I know, right?
Oh,
Look,
love the
Cece-
colors.
So Cece's got that same or similar chevron. Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, sorry folks. Let's check out. This one's from Brenda. Oh,
Aw.
pretty. Look at the llama. Llama. Oh, beautiful coloring. Did you color that in the course of MCA
Oh,
also?
wow.
Dang.
Awesome.
Oh, that's actually 3 different images. Oh, I love that. Cute.
Oh, yeah, layered. Love layering.
And there's the gold. I'm guessing is that part of the pattern paper, or did you do that accent? Very, very pretty. Love it, Brenda. Wow, everybody's done. You guys aren't slow crafters.
Wow.
This is very deceiving, folks.
Hmm.
I really like the
That's-
stripes turning into diagonal stripes, though. That's a really cool. look.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that too. Beautiful. Good. You
And I
got
guess
some
in theory, if you
glitter.
had like a square die, you could use directional pattern paper and just like cut it on the diagonal. But
Oh, that's
that
true.
seems complicated.
Well, now that we know how
Yeah.
it looks, that's an option. But I love putting it on the diagonal. I think that makes it look cooler. Oh, Elisa's. Oh, I like those. Are they pearls? Look at the bling. Oh, I haven't blinged
Yeah.
up my cards
That's
yet.
pretty.
And she's just gonna add her sentiment later. Oh, so pretty. I love the would this be considered peach fuzz, the Pantone color of the year?
Oh, that's a good question.
Pretty close.
Peach fuzz.
I feel like Elf Moon
Ooh.
flowers are like a major theme.
Oh, look how cute.
Oh, I like that.
pig is.
That's really cute.
This is Barry's birthday celebration. Oh my gosh.
Aw.
Oh, the polka dot papers are pretty.
pretty. Mm.
I like the
That
idea of having like two
pig.
sentiments too. That's cool.
That pig
It's a
is
very
just
cute pig.
darling. Oh, so cute. So cute. Oh my gosh. Shanna's done too. Dang, everybody's done. Oh, I love that paper. In the back. Is that basic gray paper? Kind of reminds me of
That's pretty.
Okay,
very,
updated.
very lovely. Oh, I love it. Okay, I think I'm caught up. Wait, let me refresh just in case anyone else has posted. Wow, everybody did fabulous. Oh yeah,
It's a fun
Cordelia.
card.
Ooh,
Look at those florals.
Oh,
wow.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Really?
Oh, you're
They're
so
like
good at
watercolor
collaging.
florals.
My goodness,
Yeah.
if you color all of those, I'm gonna die.
Beautiful. Oh, and I like the colored card base too. See, I always do white as my card base. I like that everybody pretty much. Oh, not everybody. Okay, we're about half and half colored card base versus white card base. I never think
tell you
to
what,
use
I
a-
used pattern paper as my base on this one, and I really like that. I think that's fun. just as a an
Yeah, because
option.
you left it. Can you show again? Because you left it not decorated on one side. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I didn't do the
So
panels on that side, just the other one.
okay.
Although
Yeah,
honestly,
was it
on the other side, I could have done just the white panels, and that would have worked too.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Finally, I forgot the sentiments. Finally added a card without. Now they have sentiments. I added them now.
Oh, nice.
I'm finishing mine up later,
Yeah,
folks.
I added. You're not aging. You're just upgrading. Right?
I like
I
that.
like
Very
that.
good.
That's
There you go.
hilarious. You're not aging, you're just upgrading.
This body's an upgrade, man. I'm a little worried.
Aw.
Maybe I have to add
Yes.
another
Yay.
sentiment there. I'll look.
T says definitely going to make a few more. Yeah, this is a fun one. And
Yeah.
now that we know how it goes, it's not I
Actually,
don't think it
yeah.
would be a hard one. I think it's pretty easy to put together.
Yeah, I mean, I think it
Ooh.
like there's a lot of range too if you want to like if you do your own backgrounds, I think you could do that too.
That
You
big
just
is
do gel
life.
printing or whatever.
See, if I knew where these panels would land, I would have stamped some outline design.
Mhm.
Oh, that would have been
Um,
cool.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
but
brave it
That's a
now
good
after
idea.
the.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you
no,
could
no, no.
still you could
I could
still
still
do
do
it.
it because you could
Yeah.
just do another panel and stick it. But no, not gonna do that.
I wouldn't either.
So I realized it doesn't go into a 4x4 envelope, but it goes into a 5x5 envelope. So I'm just gonna put
Oh,
that in
cool.
there. There you go, done.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's awesome.
Is it
Well,
just
for
like too
us-
bulky for the 4x4?
it's too it's too bulky for the 4x4. But you could do a little like boxy envelope thing. But I think I'm gonna put it
Yeah.
into my 5x5, and there you go.
Perfect.
That's it. Yeah, it's yeah. That's me done. Let me put the sentiment at the back.
Awesome.
And then
Danny
we
says,
display-
"Great cards, everybody. Have a great night, everybody. I'm off to color and write a blog post." So thanks for hanging with us.
Bye.
So I think let us know in the chat though, folks. I think there was only one person who guessed what we were making at clue number 7. Did anyone know what it was we were making before the end? Because I definitely did not. So let us know in the chat if you guessed it and at what clue number. But love seeing everybody's cards. Beautiful job. I hope you all have fun. And let's get a close-up look at what everybody on screen made and talk a little bit about what papers you used and whatnot if you'd like to talk about the brands that you used, and remind everybody where to find you on the socials. And if you have anything coming up, please do let us know, and that way we can be on the lookout for what's coming up next for you. So Angela, why don't you start us off?
Sorry, I'm just having a supper. Right, okay, sorry. So here, this is my card. I've even embellished it, everything. This is from Autonew, and I've put this is a card I'm going to give that Mayal, the exchange French student that's in my house. When my son was over, they gave us a lovely card, which the mother handmade. But clearly she's not a crafter like us. So it was a lovely handmade card, but not quite.
She loved that.
So yeah, I thought it would be a nice surprise. And then he was quite curious what I was doing in the room. And my husband, bless him, he said
Beautiful
she makes
sentiment.
videos, and he showed them the video, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, my mom would love this."
Aw, that's so sweet.
So I'm going to give them that. So I do lots, as I mentioned, lots of Spellbinders club kits. Can I show something I just made in Spellbinders? I've never made what is it, Susan Tierney Coburn or something.
Oh yeah.
I never make her cards, but I don't know. I didn't realize I was saying okay to it. But I just made this card. It took forever to make, but I absolutely
Wow.
love making it. I know it takes forever, these cards, but so I do lots of these cards, and usually when I do Spellbinders, I do the core collectioners, I do a video, And I also joined Lynn's Spellbinders Casual. Is that what it's called? Spellbinders Casual thingy. Yeah, so I do that, and I do a Kindercats challenge. Yeah, and I also do Altenew video hops, Instagram hops, all of that, because I've been with Altenew doing their education certification program for a little while. So you can find me at Angela Brennan Creations on YouTube as well as Instagram. I do post at least 1 or 2 videos a week. So that's me.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Angela. So there's Angela's YouTube channel on screen right now. So if you want to pop on over, if you haven't already checked out her channel, please do. And be on the lookout for, I'm guessing there's a tutorial for that floral card you just gave us a sneaky peek
Yes.
at. Okay,
Yeah.
so you can pop on over there to see all about how to make that card if you'd like. All right, so next up, Lala, show us what you made, and if you'd like to talk about the products that you use, feel free and let us know what is coming up for you so that we can be on the lookout.
Yes. Hi, everyone. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight for you guys. So, these are the 2 cards that I created that I almost wasn't able to create. So, thank you, everyone, for helping me realize my mistake. So, this is the first one. Both papers I use are from Mintai. The thing I like about this brand is the paper pads normally comes with like 1 or 2 pages that you can actually fussy cut for you to use as like an ephemera thing. So following Jay's prompts and everybody's guidance, these are it. These are it. So this one's I forgot to add the sentiment. It's a good thing I have a these are backup stash that I have so that when I do live stream and I need the sentiment, it's there. So hello, and then when you open it up, so just added this one as well since it's about glam rock and stuff. So I said something glittery would be okay, and I love this sentiment because I'm at that age where I have a lot of friends similar to my age, where we say you're not aging, you're just upgrading, right? So that's the first one. And this is the second one. So it's travel. I love traveling and I love to make travel scrapbooks. So I used this one. This is one of my hoarded paper pack that I've never used. So thank you for finally being able to use it. So I just added the hello and then like a postcard, right? So you want to send yourself a card or somebody a
Aw.
card, and then when you open it up, it's like that. I was supposed to put another sentiment there, but didn't have any more time. So there. Again, I'm Mommy Guide on YouTube and all the socials, and people call me Mommy Lala or MGI. And in a very like several weeks, I'm gonna have my first ever craft getaway. It's a hybrid event. It's you can join us face to face in Boracay, Philippines, which is super sunny and warm. But then if you cannot, you can always have the option to join us virtually. Okay, you can sign up for that. There's even a free one. And of course, thank you, Lynn and Dallas, for coming in as instructors for this awesome event. And of course, in about an hour from now, Jay and I are going live on my channel. We're going to do bullet journaling, the basics of bullet journaling. So if you can join us there, that would be super awesome. Thank you.
Okay, so awesome. You should have told me that in advance. I'm gonna set up the redirect. So if you folks want to hang for that, what I'll do is redirect this stream so that it goes directly over to Lala's channel for
But
her
it's
live
still in
stream.
an hour, Lynn.
It's fine. There are people who
Okay.
might watch it on the replay, so
Okay.
it'll still
Thank
go
you.
over. Okay, so very cool. Thank you so much. And Lala, when you after your stream, no rush for this, but can you in the comments on this stream, both on my channel and on Jay's channel, can you drop a link to how folks can find out more about joining virtually for your retreat?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yes. All right.
Thank you so much, Lynn.
So folks who are watching on the replay, I don't have a link to put in the live chat right now, but come back and then check the comments on this stream, and that way you can actually find out how to join virtually, because I'm sure not all of us are in the Philippines or can travel there right at the moment. It's not until February, but there is an option to watch and follow along virtually. So, and I think Lala just said it was free. Yes.
Yes, there's a free one if you're not joining us live. And if you want the kit, that's another option. But there is absolutely a free one. Just sign up.
Yes. So that's an option, folks. So you can check us out and check out this fun retreat. So great that you're doing in-person retreat, Lala. So that's really awesome. But she's also made it possible for some of us crafters to be instructors at her retreat. So Delise and I are going to be hosting 2 sessions during the retreat, which is a multi-day retreat. Yeah.
Yes, 3 days.
Okay, so 3 days, folks. So lots of content, lots of I can't wait to see who all is going to be teaching and all of the fun topics. So so check back the comments on this video. So wherever you're watching from, whether it's from Jay's channel or mine, just check the comments, and Lala will drop a link to where you can find out more on how to join her. And meanwhile, her channel is Mommy Guide Inc., which is now on screen. So at some point, pop on over. I'm going to, while Sarah Liz tells us about her card, I'm going to go and redirect, find that stream, and I'll redirect this stream again, both from my channel and from Jay's. Hopefully I could do it in time. And that way, if you just want to hang out and watch, it should take you straight there.
Thank
Okie
you.
dokie. Yeah, no problem. Okay, Sarah Liz, let me find, is this you? There you are.
That's me. That's
Okay,
me.
show us what you made. If you want to talk about the brands that you use, feel free, and let us know
Yeah.
what is coming up for you.
Yeah. So I made 2 cards, and this is the one where I kind of put the white pieces where I didn't mean to. And so it kind of makes it tricky to close because you're seeing those when you close it. Heads up, friends. So I closed it the other way. I've got everything's kind of decorated here. I think on display it'll go like that, but I'm just gonna fold it up like kind of backwards. But then that's why I put my sentiment
That's cool.
on this side piece. For both of my cards, I used free printables that you get on my channel. They come out on the 1st and 15th of the month. So this one says, "Happy birthday, make good choices." And that was from January, like at the beginning of the month. It's still January, isn't it? Holy smokes, you guys. So I did that. And then those were, all of that is Doodlebug paper. And then they're called Doodle Cuts. This is the Snow Cute collection, I think. And then this one, gosh, I don't even know where this paper is from. I got it from Busy Scrappin', which is the scrapbook store that's local here. But if you're traveling through, I live in Nebraska, but if you're traveling on I-80 between states, it's like 2 blocks off the interstate. So worth a stop. They're really great people. And I have a Happy Valentine's Day that was from the kit on the 15th. I released the kit on the 1st and 15th of the month. And then these are some of my favorite dies. Karen Burniston has like all these little mini critters. The cat and dog come together, but she's also got like a knight and a dragon, and there's a raccoon that's the cutest thing. So yeah, that one was fun. Coming up, I think I'm live with Lynn and company again next week. And yeah, I'm trying to like get my, I'm trying to make some big choices about my channel lately. I've been going with a video every Monday and Wednesday, but then now I'm thinking about maybe adding a Monday video, like a quick cards video on Mondays. We'll see. We'll kind of see how it goes. Exciting stuff. But yeah, that's everything in Sassy. Oh, I'm at Sassy's LLC on YouTube and Instagram.
Awesome. Thanks so much. Love
Yeah.
both of your cards. They're fabulous. So I was able to oh, thanks Jay for the link. I was able to redirect my stream, but Jay, I don't know why I can't redirect from your stream. I don't know if it's a setting that
You need a
to
certain, I
allow.
think you need 1,000 subscribers, and I'm at like 600. So I think that's why, because I noticed that at some point, and it's like once you hit the a certain milestone, you can do it.
Oh, really? They gate redirection? Oh, that's
Yes, Lynn. Yeah.
silly. Okay. Well, if
Well,
you're watching from mine, then you'll be redirected, but Jay gave me the link. So let me post that in the chat. So that should go out, I think, to both
yep.
streams. So there you go. Oh, you already put the link in. Thanks, Jay. Oh, wait, or did I just do that? And it says it from both of us. Oh, okay. Because so here's the thing, folks. When I'm on the back end with StreamYard, I can type comments and stuff. But sometimes when I type comments, if I'm streaming out to Jay's channel, it's as Jay. I'm acting
Yeah.
as Jay. But I see it posted to my chat too. So it has posted it, I think, to both places. All right, Jay, I've got
Yay.
you on the big screen. If you want to tell us about your card and let us know, besides your live stream in a little bit, what else you've got going on so that we can be on the lookout.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything super unusual scheduled. I'm going to be doing the hop that Sarah mentioned with Lynn on the 10th for the new Spellbinders collection. And I think I'm mostly doing Better Press stuff. So that'll be interesting because I don't know. I just did a video that was really fun that was sort of like using the Better Press for the first time. And I'm kind of hooked now. So anyway, but I also like fun folds. And this is one of the cards I made today. This is sort of like a raspberry colored card base. And then I used this Coffee and Books ephemera because it had a cute little kitty cat. And I used some of my hearts that were just floating around my desk from other projects. And then I also made this one. This is with the new Big Hug Simon Hurley set that has a cat, a panda, and a pug all basically in this like huggable position. And then it also comes with a bunch of like little things. But I'm kind of liking the animals with little drinks because I've done a couple cards like this. And I'm like, like animals just sort of like randomly hanging out with cocktails seems cool. And like I was kind of inspired by like Florida colors for this one. So I was like, yeah, the cat would probably have a pink drink if he was in Florida. But
I love that.
and then I used the reverse side of the pattern paper, which gives you sort of this like shell pattern for the front.
Cute. Love it.
And I'll show you like the first card I made with this pattern. This is using the Not Too Shabby Valentine's Day stuff.
Pretty.
In cream. But they're all, like once you make one of these, I think because it's sort of 8.5 by 11 paper friendly, it's pretty easy to do the cutting if you just have a list. But anyway, that's what I did.
Your first one, maybe it's just video, but it looks like it's the peach fuzz color too. Is it not?
Might be. Yeah, it's I have a couple different pink card paper packs somehow. This one is slightly peachier than like this is more of a raspberry, and this one is more of like a true pink, but this one is a little peachier. So like I don't know how I managed to have like 8 different kinds of pink when like I rarely use pink, but
that's too funny. Okay, awesome. Love it. And so you've got the bullet journaling. Is that the live stream coming up?
Yep. And that should be interesting. It came up because of that advent calendar we did together where it was sort of like, now I have all this journaling stuff. And I was like, well, I have no idea how to use any of this. So we're going to be covering that. So it should be interesting.
Awesome. And Sandy is asking, are the instructions for the card on your page, Jay? So do you want to answer?
Not yet. I'm planning to release a video doing a quick version of this, but yeah, I don't have any posted yet, but they will be in the near future. Probably tomorrow or early this week.
Cool.
So the dimensions are all posted in Lynn's group. And I do have a video up that has like the cutting guide if you just want to like know how to cut the pieces and all that.
Yeah, so Sandy, so look for that on Jay's channel. He'll have a tutorial video showing, step by step how to do this. This live stream is available on replay both on Jay's channel and my channel and the Facebook group. So you can
Yep.
find this exact stream if you want to fast forward through the chit chat. And for anyone who does like having the written instructions, we can make the slides that we went through during this stream, we can make that available to you to download as well. So whatever, pick your poison. There will be multiple different ways to get at the instructions for how to make this fabulous triple diamond card. Is that what it's called, Jay?
Yeah.
Yeah. So awesome, fabulous. So folks, hang tight. If you want to just hang out, the stream will redirect over to Mommy Guide Inc., which is where Lala and Jay are going to be streaming live again and bringing you some bullet journaling. So if you want, though, you can also pop on over to Jay's channel. Jay is Craft by Jay here on YouTube. So definitely check out his channel, watch some videos. And if you like what you see, then give him a little subscribe and get him to that 1,000 subscriber mark so that we can redirect from his channel. So I was like, how come I don't see all the same options when I went over there? So so let's get Jay to 1,000 and join him tomorrow, Sunday at 6 p.m. Central, because he'll be live streaming on his channel, which is a regular stream now. So each Sunday you can find him live. And very cool. Thank you, Jay, so much for teaching us this amazing funfold. Lots and lots of this is definitely one that you knew before I made this that I would love it, because I do love cards that display really well. So here's how far I've gotten on mine. So here's my first one. This is the Vintage Romance Papers by Cat Scrappiness, and there is a Vintage Romance 6x8 stamp set. So I stamped and colored the, what's it called, folks? Is this a megaphone? Phonograph?
Yep.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those things. I don't have a sentiment on it, but I don't know. I'm okay with cards without sentiments sometimes too. But I kind of like some of the choices that you guys showed with having the sentiment on these outer panels. So so that's the first one. The second one is This Calls for Confetti, the Daily
Oh, I
Grind.
recognize the pattern paper.
Oh, do you? Yeah. So that's Daily Grind. This on the inside is glitter, faux glitter cardstock from Cat Scrappiness. But pretty cool that This Calls for Confetti is doing papers and ephemera now. So and the back of mine, I like these little cups. That's why I chose the blue glitter. So it's nice now seeing how this all goes together, and then being able to, I'll definitely be doing it again and maybe making some different paper choices. So thanks so much, everybody. Love seeing everybody's cards who and so many of you all like finished for all of the wait as we were going. You all finished so fast. So I'm not quite done with mine. I will work on these a little bit more and then pop a photo in the group. If you are part of the hashtag replay crew, I hope you craft along and share your makes in the Crafty Fun with Friends Facebook group as well, because we would all love to see what you've made too. So thanks so much, everybody, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your weekend. And maybe hopefully I'll see you over in Mommy Guide Inc. Lala and Jay's stream in half an hour or an hour from now. So
Yes,
yeah, maybe I'll see you all there. I'm sure Angela's gonna go to bed. So.
Yes, I am. It's just past midnight now. It's almost 1 a.m.
Yeah,
my
But it's a good thing
she's-
that I'm a night owl, so I'm fine.
Thank goodness indeed. All right,
Thank you,
everybody,
Angela.
that's it from all of us. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Bye.